show. Yeah, we've got an exciting late round pick. Definitely someone we need to talk about. Welcome to a Friday morning podcast. It is August 11th. We've got a mailbag coming up later today. If you want to watch it, youtube.com/fantasy football today. Or if you're just listening, you'll hear it on Saturday. Adam Azer, Heath Cummings, and Jamie Eisenberg. So we're going to go through ADP today. If you missed the end of yesterday's show, we focused on round one wide receivers. Jefferson.
So if you guys got questions, you're doing the free slab giveaway today, trying to sell out the duck race.
Today we'll start with CD Lamb and the rest of the round two guys.
Whatnot is giving me an issue today, though, on my computer.
So which mid-round breakout's going to have that big league-winning year? Is this finally Jerry Judy's time to shine? You heard Dave talk about how much he likes Judy yesterday. Is DeAndre Hopkins done at his age, or is he going to be a great value, or somewhere in between? And how about the year two wide receivers? How many of them are going to have major impacts? All right, Heath, why don't we start with round two? And we'll use Fantasy Pros average draft position in PPR leagues again. And it is CeeDee Lamb at the very beginning of round two. Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, and Jalen Waddle. So you said yesterday that Waddle is not in the same tier as the other guys, right? Because he's not the number one guy on his team.
He's not in the same tier for me as the other guys. I wouldn't say talent-wise he's not. I think he absolutely belongs there, but I do think that the target disparity between he and Tyreek Hill. Listen, I think if you put Waddle, Smith, like those number two wide receivers who we still think could maybe sneak into the top 12, just about 10 spots later in ADP for me than the guys who are the number ones, the A.J. Browns, the Amon-Ra St. Browns, the CeeDee Lambs, those guys.
And Jamie, what do you think overall about this group? It's Lamb, Devontae, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Jalen Waddle. Do you love all six of them?
Absolutely. And I would put Devontae Smith there too. I love all those guys. I mean, they're all round two picks, or at worst case scenario, early round three.
Do you see a separation in those six?
No, I don't. I mean, well, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, there is a separation in those six, which is why they're ranked where they're ranked. But there's the ability to be number one wide receivers, top 10 wide receivers, with a chance to maybe be top 5 if things really go right. But yes, I think all those guys, those 12 should be the top 12, and there's a lot to love about all of them.
I hate to be a jerk. I think that's 11, though. Oh, no, you have Smith 12. Okay, I'm sorry. Devontae Smith would be okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, 136 targets last season, more receptions on his team than A.J. Brown, and entering his third year. So I think building off the way that he finished last year is going to matter this season for him having another standout performance.
Do you like him better than Devontae Adams?
No. The cutoff for me for Adams is after, I would take Adams over Jalen Waddle, but I think Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown should all be going ahead of Devontae Adams.
Do you both have CeeDee Lamb 6?
No, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown 6.
Oh, that's right. Heath?
I have Lamb 6, St. Brown 7, Adams 8.
Okay, so you have the same top 7 in some order. Those 5 we talked about, and then Lamb, St. Brown, or St. Lamb. Okay, so that's in PPR. What about in like half PPR? Is St. Brown still a top 7 guy for both of you?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the problem is I'd probably have him 8 because I'd move A.J. Brown ahead of him in half PPR.
Let's compare these guys to some of the running backs that are going in that range, like Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, and Tony Pollard. How many of those wide receivers should be taken ahead of Henry, Taylor, Jacobs, Pollard? Or should we just do like 1 and 1? Should we take one wide if we can? One wide receiver there, but this might be just a second round pick.
If you guys got questions.
Or the other. Jamie, what do you think about them against those 4 running backs, Jacobs, Taylor, Henry, Pollard?
In a vacuum, I would take the wide receivers, but it would obviously depend on what I did in the first round, how I started my team. So I think if you started your team with a receiver and you want to have some balance, you can certainly go with one of those running backs. If you want to go running back, that's certainly a route you can go. If you want to go wide receiver, that's an easy thing to go. But in a vacuum for me, I have all those running backs actually after Jalen Waddle. So those running backs don't start for me until 19th overall with Henry.
Okay. And this is where I think that the the split happens. Because I said 10 picks. These running backs, except for Pollard, who's ahead of I don't have the same concerns right now with Pollard I do than Taylor or Jacobs. But I'm taking those top 10 wide receivers before Henry, Taylor, and Jacobs. And then Higgins, Smith, Waddle, the elite number 2s, for me, come after Henry, Taylor, Jacobs.
And finally, anyone, and this will be a little bit of a repeat from what we said yesterday, but in this group of Lamb, Adams, A.J. Brown, St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Jalen Waddle, I'm going with Smith here just because he's not there necessarily in ADP. He's about 4 picks after Jalen Waddle, who's at the very end of round 2 in Fantasy Pros. Smith is clearly more lumped in with Higgins and Olave. But, with those 6 wide receivers, who scares you, if any?
Adams. Yeah, Waddle. Like, I don't have Waddle in that group, so I guess he would have to be my answer.
Does Adams scare you too?
I don't. I'm struggling with that because of how incredibly quarterback-proof Devontae Adams has proven to be. Like, he averaged 100 yards per game last year with Jarrett Stidham, and he really saw very little drop-off from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr. I don't even remember who it was that he played 4 games with the year that Aaron Rodgers missed half the season, but he was incredible with that guy too. Like, I don't believe that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be somebody who negatively impacts Adams. And I'm not even sure that I believe that whoever's backing up Jimmy Garoppolo is going to negatively impact Adams.
If you guys got questions, doing a free slab giveaway today, too. For every purchase you make, you get an additional free duck in for the 2 up.
2017.
Yeah, I think he was something like wide receiver 8-ish during that stretch where Rodgers missed half the season.
Maybe who was the backup quarterback in Green Bay?
Yeah, he was there.
2017.
I've got it. If you want to guess, or I'll just tell you.
I know I've said his name so many times. I kept bringing this up last year when he went to the Raiders, but I just can't remember. Brett Hundley.
Brett Hundley.
Good job.
Thank you. The best. They say he was the best Brett that ever played quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. That's why I remember his name. All right, so we're good there. We had a nice A.J. Brown discussion yesterday. We discussed the Eagles, but if you're gonna,
if you guys got
Devontae
questions,
Smith in that, he could be a late second round pick. I guess I'll just ask you again. I mean, I am a little concerned, and nobody seems to be about the target distribution on this team, Jamie. But if you're saying that 2 of those guys are clear top 12 guys and worthy of second round picks for Smith, maybe turn in a 12-team league, then you don't seem to have many concerns. But my concern is I expect more running back targets for the Eagles, and I expect more Dallas Goedert targets for the Eagles. He had 69 targets last year. I just don't know how that plays out with Philadelphia, with Brown and Smith this year.
They may get more running back targets, but I think where that comes is at the expense of having a worse run game. Because I think what they're looking at here, and you're hearing all sorts of things about maybe Kenneth Gainwell is the best running back in Philadelphia. I saw something yesterday where Rashad Penny is running specifically with the second and third team as a running downs guy, and DeAndre Swift is only being used really as a pass catcher and pass catching role. So this is going to be a very interesting scenario to see how do they replace Miles Sanders, and do they have the same success as a running team? Is it just a group? Is it just one guy? How is it going to all work out? So I think he said this yesterday, that this is where we see more pass attempts for Jalen Hurts. They put more on his plate as he continues to develop and grow in that area. And when he has the weapons that he has, and now including DeAndre Swift as a pass catcher, that's the strength of this team. So they'll still run this a successful run game, but I do think that takes a step back, and the passing game takes a step forward.
And if you're going, I think there are concerns about Brown's targets relative to other top 9 wide receivers. But if you're going to have a guy who's going to be last in targets amongst that group, it should probably be the guy who's averaged 10.2 yards per target for his entire career and has an 8% touchdown rate for his entire career. He's been Tyreek Hill, Tyler Lockett efficient with his targets. He could see 140 targets, and you could reasonably expect 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns. You can't really say that for anyone else. And then I think that if you look at what their passing game did the first half and the second half.
So let me know if you guys got
so
questions.
much more production
Doing
in
the
first
free slab
half of
giveaway.
games
Also
last
got the
year,
duck
because they
races
were
going.
just
Trying to sell them out
quick
today.
And didn't have to throw near as much in the second half. He had 84 first half targets last year, just 61 second half targets. 908 yards in the first half of games, just 588 in the second half. If they're in competitive games and the targets stay the same, he might be better than he was last year.
We got to wrap up on this group. I teased it at the end of yesterday's show. I forgot to bring it up today. Does Garrett Wilson's schedule bother you at all? Do you think the Bills are going to be? The Bills were a pretty good matchup for wide receivers last year, but let's say Tre'Davious White gets back in. Maybe they're tough. He's got the Bills, the Cowboys, the Patriots right out of the gate. He gets the Broncos. He gets the Eagles, the Chargers. Maybe they could be tough. They've got some good corners. Obviously, the Bills again. The Dolphins. He gets twice. At least one of those games, Jalen Ramsey should be there. The first game is on November 24th. Atlanta could be, good at cornerback. Houston's been a tough. It is a tough schedule. Does it matter to you at all on paper? Anyway, it is for Garrett Wilson.
No, I think what we're seeing is his toughest competition may be what he's dealing with in practice. Going against Sauce Gardner, those videos have been fun to see. How those battles are unfolding. Not that he's not going to face obviously great corners like you alluded to, but no, Tre'Davious White's a great example. How many games did he miss last year? So.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
There's going to be guys that emerge. Those Dolphin games. Jalen Ramsey may not be there. Depending on who you want to listen to, he may not be there even at that point. No, I'm not worried about Garrett Wilson's schedule.
Well, then let's finally move on to round 3. I think it's time to do that here. So that would be that very interesting group of Devontae Smith, T. Higgins, and Chris Olave, and DK Metcalf is there as well. So we said it yesterday. We do not think DK Metcalf belongs in round 3, but everybody's very comfortable with Smith, Higgins, and Olave, right?
Yep, extremely.
And you rank them how?
Smith, Higgins, and Olave.
Higgins, Smith, Olave. But they're all within, I've got them 25, 27, and 29 overall. So.
Okay. And Olave, are we nervous about Michael Thomas here? It feels like that's the only thing that could really prevent a huge year, I think.
I think it just comes at what expense you think Olave is going to, be impacted by Thomas, or is everybody else going to be impacted by both of them? And so you have a banged up Rashid Shaheed right now. I know they have a very interesting tight end group, with Juwan Johnson and now Jimmy Graham and I'm blanking on the guy from the Raiders. They signed Foster Morneau, excuse me. It's an interesting group. Thankfully he's healthy. That's the biggest thing. But interesting group there. And will they get back to involving the running backs in the passing game, because that sort of disappeared a little bit down the stretch. So I think really for me, it's more, okay, I hope Thomas is back. I'd love to see what that looks like, but I think it's more so that Olave is now the alpha of this receiving core, and Thomas is the 1A or 1B, depending on how you want to view it. And so while he may get it as healthy share of targets, which I hope.
So if you guys got questions.
He's going to be there as well, and he's more of the big play threat. So Derek Carr was great last year, supporting one wide receiver. We saw that with Devontae Adams, 180 targets. That's not going to be the case here. So I think you could see these guys, hopefully 120 plus, again, if Thomas plays the whole game. But you're also banking on Thomas not playing a full season. Sorry, not a full game, full season. You're not, how can you expect that? He played 10 games over 3 years, so 30 years old at this point, so you just got to hope Olave, all those missed opportunities from how bad Andy Dalton was last year and the struggles with Jameis Winston early season, Derek Carr will be better.
I hope Derek Carr is better. I think that the other minor concern is, do they remain as run heavy as they have?
So let me know if you guys got questions.
Really weird roster construction. They've obviously made running back a pretty big priority this offseason. They're carrying a fullback. They've got like 6 tight ends. Taysom Hill's going to be taking Derek Carr off the field at times. So there's a little bit of reason to be worried about that. But, and again, I won't say the same thing I always say.
Well, look.
Yeah, he did not look good, but the Pats didn't look great either. But I mean, we didn't play any of our team except
It's just
God, what is his name? Their third string quarterback. He looked good.
That's just like Rocket
Dory
should
made a
be-
great catch, but yeah,
for the
CJ
most part.
Stroud did
But
not
Michael
look
Thomas
good at
only
all.
played 3 games.
That was pretty bad.
And yeah, and we'll see. He was pretty good. He was better than Michael Thomas the first 3 games of the season. But in those 3 games, Jameis Winston was actually very, very productive. Threw a lot of passes, threw for a ton of yards. So they had a really good passing offense in those games. They went much more run heavy later in the year. They have one of the best defenses in football. I didn't mention that. They got so good defensively, and they really were not a great fantasy team. They just kind of played keep away, it seems.
And they're going to have 6 games this year against Desmond Ridder and Baker Mayfield and a rookie quarterback.
Okay. So round 3 I think is pretty easy because we just don't like Metcalf in round 3, but we like all those guys in round 4. There's other
Yeah,
threes,
yeah.
Higgins.
They, I mean, they didn't play like any of their
wanna
people,
rank it.
so
round
I'm not
4,
too worried. But
Why don't we just put Metcalf?
defense
in
wasn't
round 4? And here's
terrible.
what's
Could have
really
been better.
interesting about round 4.
Your Razor stat
I mean, it's just
ADP?
it's a preseason game, so you can't really take much from it.
We
Other than
just say he's the consensus bust.
our third string quarterback looks
Sure, but if you get
good.
in round 4,
Yeah, I mean Mills has played a game before in the
you'd rather have
NFL,
him
so
in round 5. How many of these guys would you take over DK Metcalf? Debo Samuel, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Calvin Ridley.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think Calvin Ridley should be in round 3 at this point?
Yes.
36.
I think I have him at exactly 36.
Amari Cooper
Yes.
over Metcalf. No Heath?
No.
Keenan Allen.
Yep.
Yes.
Terry McLaurin.
Yep.
No.
Ooh, yes, that's interesting. DeAndre Hopkins.
Yes.
yeah,
DJ Moore.
I feel like and that guy on the Texans, I forget his name, but he was pretty good too.
Christian
But
Watson.
I think, what the hell is his name? I think we got him this
Christian
year,
Watson.
Christian Watson over DK Metcalf.
but he was looking good.
So I think what's so interesting here at this range.
He was
if
fun
you
to
look at
watch. He was like
NFC average
Lamar.
draft position, which we have been using for a while. There are
Malik Cunningham.
24 wide receivers.
He was looking pretty good.
If you look at
It seemed like people could tackle
there
him.
are only 19 wide receivers off the board. If you look at CBS, I think it was around 19 as well.
What time are the games on today? Is there any on now?
If you look at Draft Sharks, it's 21 wide receivers.
No, 7.
4 rounds,
7
as well
p.m.
as the league. So it's a pretty big
Falcons and
difference
Dolphins.
to say, all right, should I get my number 2 wide receiver in the 4th round, or can I wait until
Yeah.
the 5th round? Because if you look at like just Fantasy Pros ADP, like, holy cow, round 5 looks phenomenal. Round 5 is Terry McLaurin, DeAndre Hopkins, DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, and Christian Watson. We'd be thrilled with all or most of those guys at round 5, right? Yeah.
Third in
So-
depth chart?
I can't use the well in our
Like, is that
leagues,
just
we
for
go
the
earlier.
game
We should
or
be using
in
ADP, so
general?
you might be able to get someone
Who the hell's
really
beating
like
him?
at wide receiver. in
Algier?
round 5, but
Cordell
I saw
Patterson, no
rounds
way.
4 and 5, and well,
Huh.
just cut them in half. All right, ready? We got
Interesting.
Metcalf, Debo, Ridley, Cooper, Keenan Allen. Metcalf, Debo, Ridley, Cooper, Keenan Allen. Who's your favorite in that group?
Metcalf, Cooper, Ridley.
Yeah, Metcalf, Debo,
Oh.
Ridley, Cooper, Keenan Allen.
Ridley.
It's Debo Ridley, Calvin Samuel.
Okay.
Debo for me is a bust in this range.
Okay. Go. Oh, why? Why?
It's the same thing we saw last year, and same argument for Kittle. There's going to be a target crunch, and I know he did great with Purdy in those games.
Third.
But only
He's
one
going
game
so
for
high.
60 yards.
I am not taking him in any
Russian
draft.
freighter when Christian McCaffrey was there. And I think if all these guys are going to be kept happy, and it's hard to say they're all going to be kept happy. We could just sit here and say, okay, yeah, George Kittle's just going to lose. I don't think that's going to last for very long with the way that guy's personality is if he's not getting some attention. So there's going to be stretches, I think, where Debo's frustrating.
So let me know if you guys got questions. Doing a free slab giveaway today too. Trying to sell the duck races out before I go on
He
vacation.
was a dominant rusher.
Love to do
I
it.
just think that we're chasing that production once again from 2021.
He also had almost 1,500 receiving yards that year, though. He was amazing
He was amazing.
in every aspect.
Yeah, I
He's
still think
like-
Patterson's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I think like
It's gonna be interesting to see how they do.
Looking at target share,
I think the Falcons, like last year, like my favorite, the team I was most excited for was like the Broncos. I think this year I'm most excited to see how the Falcons work out. Broncos are such a disappointment, so I'm hoping the Falcons will not be that.
And I do think you should not expect him to bounce back to that incredible year that he had. But after Christian McCaffrey got there, like there was that game against the Chiefs, which I think Debo left early, possibly. He played 86% of the snaps. He had one carry in that game. But then it was 4-3-2, 4-4. I think he's probably going to have 50 rush attempts this year, which probably turns into an extra 250 to 300 yards and 3 to 5 rushing touchdowns. And he was on a 120 target pace after Christian McCaffrey got there, 125 target pace. I think a guy with his proven big playability, and I love the fact that he's sending shirtless pictures to his head coach on a regular basis, telling him how he's going to bounce back from last year.
Yeah. That saved his life. We love those. That saved his life.
Right. So, like can he match what he did in 2021? No, I don't think so. I think 18 yards per catch and 6 yards per carry and all those touchdowns, like probably a little bit outlandish. But I do think we'll see a balanced.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
4 years of his career, 9.9 in 2019, 8.9 in 2020, 11.6 in 2021, and then 6.7 last year. There's some positive regression coming.
He had one of the lowest ADOTs in the NFL among wide receivers and had still a very low catch rate, and that just shouldn't happen. So he just can't possibly be that bad. I totally understand all the arguments for and against Deebo Samuel. He's a pretty interesting player. He's probably pretty tough to project too. But let me ask you about two other guys in this range: Keenan Allen and Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper. And I want to give you two stats here. Keenan Allen has been top 13 per game in full PPR and top 15 per game in half PPR in 6 straight seasons. Amari Cooper has never finished higher than wide receiver 15 per game. So that's pretty interesting. We're kind of hoping that Cooper can do something he's never done in his career. So even though we don't have him ranked in the top 15, but it's not far from it, right? So who do you like better, Keenan Allen or Amari Cooper? And are you comfortable with both of them as a round 4 pick?
I would prefer Amari Cooper in round 5. In PPR, I would love Keenan Allen in round 4.
Yeah, I think Keenan Allen early round 4, Amari Cooper late round 5.
Late round 5. Wow. So what is the hesitation with Cooper?
I think he's got more target competition than he had last year.
He really might. When Watson was healthy last year, he barely out-targeted Peoples Jones and Njoku. It was only 5 games, and now you bring in Elijah Moore. Jamie, what's your hesitation with Cooper?
Road games.
Yeah.
No, I mean he said it. There's a lot to like because again, you're getting hopefully better quarterback play. But like you said, there was the target distribution. And I guess it's just how much, and I believe me, I buy into these guys, but it's just how much do you buy into still David Njoku being a significant part like he was last year, still Elijah Moore, or hoping that Elijah Moore bounces back. Where do the running back targets go if they're not going to go to Nick Chubb? So
let me know if you guys got questions.
That matters too. But I also think we're just going to see a better offense. I mean, you're talking about, I think, all these guys now on the field. And so maybe they all benefit, So I still buy into Amari Cooper as a safe number 2 wide receiver, but I do think his ceiling is capped. So it's more, he's at a very good floor, but does the ceiling come down a little bit? I think that's the concern.
And that's the other thing is, like you were talking about, Amari Cooper's never finished as a better than wide receiver 15, where he's never been a top 15 wide receiver.
I think 15 per game was the highest.
Right. And so, like, I have a hard time projecting a 29-year-old wide receiver to have a career year, especially when it's a guy that there's not really a great reason to do that. And if the upside is wide receiver 16 to 19 per game, then I don't want to draft him as wide receiver 20 or 21 because we know there's a floor that's lower than that.
I guess the argument for Cooper is just
Yeah, I didn't want to do a mega duck because I knew that one wouldn't sell out within the week, but I thought maybe these would have a chance, but I probably should have picked one or the other. But I do like giving people the option of what they want. I honestly don't know which one I would pick. I think I lean running back. over wide receiver, but I think Higgins is the best card out of all of them. So it's tough. I don't know which one I lean. Like, I think it's running back, but
53.7 yards per game.
I like the Madison. I love the Hall of Fame or whatever it's called.
Hollow 113 yards and 2 targets, and it was a neutral site game. It got moved to Detroit against the Bills.
Two touchdowns.
What did I say? 2 targets?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns on 12 targets, and it was counts as a road game. For his career, Amari Cooper averages over 20 more yards per game at home, and he has 34 home touchdowns and 21 road touchdowns. All right, I could argue with you about DK Metcalf, but I'm not going to.
And the majority of Deshaun Watson's games last year were on the road.
Oh,
take that into account for Cooper's reduction.
And then he had that one home game. It was one of the worst weather games we've seen in years.
You know, a big Akers guy? I guess that's fair.
We'll leave DK Metcalf as a round 3 bust. Some would like him in round 4. These guys would like him more in round 5, which will bring us to round 5. And why
the whole thing about Metcalf?
I think he is
because I just don't think people realize he's been outscored by Tyler Lockett, and he brought this up yesterday. He's been outscored by someone who, when you look at them, you don't expect one to be better than the other, and then now you're bringing in this very polished rookie who is going to make things uncomfortable for everybody there. So I just don't understand. Like, you're either really expecting a big season from Geno Smith because the way that everybody else is getting drafted still, it's not like Tyler Lockett's going to the double-digit rounds, and Jackson Smith and the Jig was ADP continues to rise on a weekly basis. So I just don't get how all this works.
I would say Geno's going too low based on the ADP of the other guys. And 2 is going.
Be interesting to see if I think he will.
His top 2 guys.
And it does feel like Tyler Lockett's clearly being penalized for JSM.
And Metcalf's not right.
And
Metcalf's not.
But age too, maybe.
Well, he's the same age as he's a year younger than Keenan Allen, right? And Devontae Adams and DeAndre Hopkins, or is he the same age?
No, he's
the same age, 31.
Damn, that's a pretty sweet trade. Like a full-size helmet or a mini?
I believe Lockett is the oldest of that group.
Lockett will be 31 in September.
That's sick.
But okay, whatever. They're in the
still pretty
age.
cool. I like Kyron Williams. I think I picked him up late in my dynasty.
Being penalized for his age because if he's the same guy, then he should be probably a 2-3 turn pick in a PPR league.
I would agree, but I think he said it best. Tyler Lockett's being penalized, but I guess the same thing could be said about Mike Williams. They're both kind of in the same scenario. They're both being penalized for a rookie being drafted, while the guy ahead of them, which by all accounts should be better. Keenan Allen.
Yeah, definitely better than a Cowboys helmet.
But DK Metcalf, it's like we just keep waiting for that big season to happen. Not that he didn't have it 2 years ago, but it's Tyler Lockett is good. That's the problem. It's just at some point you just have to realize like he's going to be one.
Oh, that's sweet. I'm jealous of that. Damn. I got to pick up some more autographs to have. I got a couple, but I got no big NFL ones on footballs or helmets. I got Drew Bledsoe, but that's about it.
It's almost like he's the one player that fantasy managers are just not reacting to the trend.
Well, I got Jacoby Myers, I guess,
really
too.
savvy these days. It is weird.
I think that's a lot. Oh, I do have an Edelman. I don't know what I'm talking about. I got an Edelman signed jersey, too. That, I think, is it after that.
Very possible. But I think it's going to be a little
You're going to talk about the red zone opportunities, right?
I'm going to talk about the injury.
Damn, that's sweet.
He's only had one great year. It was 2020. But a 900-yard rookie season is a pretty great rookie season. So very encouraging rookie season. Huge breakout in 2020 as a sophomore. 2021, he was killing it before Russell Wilson's injury. And then Russell Wilson came back, wasn't very good. And DK Metcalf played through a foot injury in the end of 2021, had off-season surgery. I have no excuse for what happened in 2022. It was simply a bad year for him. There's just no getting around it. He did have a lot of end zone targets, led the NFL in end zone targets, should have caught more touchdowns, but that doesn't explain the yardage. He had a bad year. I think the first 3 years of his career were very promising. The JSN thing, though, is obviously something that is.
Can I just say 2 things? Because there's somebody in the comments that I flashed one of them up. Like JSN will be the main target in Seattle by Thanksgiving. I do think that should be more of a concern for DK Metcalf backers because I think that the long-term ceiling on JSN is higher. But we have this discussion. It's not wide receivers, and so I'll keep it very short. Progression is not the opposite of regression. It's regression to the mean. Regression doesn't mean getting worse. Thank you.
Okay, there you go. All right, we got to get to round 5
Oh.
here, which, as I mentioned, based on
You know,
Fantasy Pros
Rami,
ADP,
that
round
just
5
completely
is
went over
a
my
very
head.
exciting round.
It's been
We
a
will
long
talk about
day.
that very exciting round after this very exciting commercial break.
God, sometimes
Back to look at
I'm so dumb sometimes.
50 or 49 through 60
Oh,
in
God.
ADP on Fantasy Pros, and at wide receiver, that is Terry McLaurin,
That's funny.
DeAndre
That is
Hopkins,
funny.
DJ Moore,
I was like,
Jerry
damn.
Jeudy, Christian Watson. McLaurin, Hopkins, Moore, Jeudy, Watson.
Yeah, I know, right? I need a vacation just for my brain.
These guys.
I still haven't even
Going
packed.
after them are
We leave at
Mike
like
Williams,
6 or
London,
7 today, and I still haven't
Godwin,
even packed. I've been like cleaning all day and like,
Where
oh
is
my
the
God, it's
tier
been a long
difference?
day.
You know, with Hopkins, McLaurin, DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, Christian Watson, are they a lot better than Mike Williams, Drake London, Chris Godwin, and then maybe Lockett, Ayuk later?
I need it.
I'm
kind of hoping this will pick up and we can sell out these duck races, though. Maybe I have to do some giveaways. I'll run a giveaway up. I'll run one up. I haven't done one in a little bit.
DeAndre Hopkins, I have around.
I like doing the slab giveaways. I feel like that's better.
Judy should be ahead of this group.
But I'll run one jersey pull.
I understand why. Like he's probably the best case for an Azer stat player, and his Azer stats are incredible.
His Azer stats, he had 3 games where he barely played. He had something like 75 yards in those 3 games. You take those games out, he averaged 15.3, I think, PPR fantasy points per
All right,
game.
let's run. Let's run a
Devontae
Givvy.
Smith season. He had Jalen Waddle's full season. If you take out those 3 games, now, of course, Waddle had the Skylar Thompson games. But let's say he had Devontae Smith's season. So he played like a 3rd rounder last year. Jerry Jeudy without those partial games, and that was on the lowest scoring team in football, and we're obviously hoping things get better for them.
Just the way he closed the season, too. I mean, it's very close.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll give some hot takes. Ready? I don't like Terry McLaurin as wide receiver 20. When I compare him to everyone else here, it's a pass.
Don't worry, no one can enter it.
He feels like Mecca.
I've done the promoting stream, too.
I do have several of the guys we've talked about.
Start raid, add pool.
You guys like DeAndre Hopkins in general?
Promote, stream from here. I've tried to promote stuff, but I don't think it.
I don't think he's getting back to being an elite level guy, but I do think he can get you close to 15.3.
Hopkins or DJ Moore?
Man, I'm so torn on those two. Right now, it's Moore.
Okay, another hot take.
Back to back, though.
I don't know how anyone could have any reasonable confidence in any type of projection for DJ Moore. How the hell are we supposed to know how DJ Moore's season is going to be?
All right, man.
Leaning toward age here.
You might honestly be the only one in it. Just another slow day. I can never tell. Like some days, Mondays. I thought Monday would always be the slow day, and then oh my God, some days.
I mean, it's
Fridays are the slow day. Like, how do you ever tell? I need football season to come back. So it's more consistent.
Thing is to say that he had between 1,150.
I know, join it up. 6 people, 1 person in here.
Last year, and so he's probably going to be in that range.
Okay, but he did that once. He did that on the team. I think that was 2nd in pass attempts, right? Crazy year.
Well, he did it 3 times in completely different ways. He did it once on 163 targets with 93 catches. He did it once on 118 targets with 66 catches.
So you guys think DJ Moore could be the next Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, get some quarterback upgrade, and all of a sudden become an elite wide receiver?
What's up, Cruz? It's going pretty good. Thankfully, it's Friday. Got the nice weekend coming up.
And we're getting to a point now.
Got a nice vacation coming up.
How many Bears receivers have ever been elite?
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's been a work in progress. I wish I had pictures. Well, I guess I could go back and watch my streams and then see. But yeah, it's come a long way. But I appreciate that.
Now, there's been a lack of great receivers there. They always have, traditionally great run game. I hope.
Let me know if anybody has any questions. So we're doing the duck races today. So we got the running back for the middle row and then wide receiver for the top row. It's $10 per pull. You get a jersey card. guaranteed jersey card, and you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks. Guaranteed 1, you could hit up to 3. So you can either hit the white or the blue, and then you get 5 bonus pulls with every duck purchase. So you can hit the Akers, Montgomery, Davis, or Tony. And then every purchase you make today or every $10 you spend, you get a bonus free duck and for the Tua, and we run that at the end of the stream.
So how would you guys rank?
So for $10, you can get into whatever, either the running back or wide receiver duck race. You get a jersey card, and you get 5 pulls from the NFL box, and you get into the Tua duck race. So a lot of stuff going on.
Watson, Hopkins, more Judy.
I'm surprised, Jamie, that Watson.
So let me know if you guys got questions. Make sure you enter the giveaway.
Judy.
We're doing a free pull from the NFL our NFL jersey box. So you get a jersey or autograph card.
But I think again, you got to sort of factor in a little bit of what is Jordan Love. You know, and is he going to?
Let me know if you guys got questions. Yep, but both blue and white, guaranteed jersey card, and you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks. So total, you get 6 cards guaranteed, and then you could hit either the middle row cards, top row cards, one of the slabs on the bottom, the Tua. But you're guaranteed 6 cards. One of them's a guaranteed jersey.
These are all, in my opinion, great round 4 picks.
So let me know if you guys got questions.
Yeah, and look, if the ADP is right, take one in round 4.
Also got a ton of stuff in the buy it now. Got mystery packs going. We got 6 of those left. 2 of them have slabs in them.
We're still young, and Judy and Watson were.
But everything's $10 except the mystery packs are 20.
And then McLaurin. Does McLaurin feel closer to Mike Williams, Drake London?
I don't usually do one pull because it's just not worth it. It depends on what. Like I probably couldn't do one pull from the I could do one pull from the jersey box for like 5, but other than that I couldn't do. It just wouldn't be worth it for one pull.
Dan was singing the praises.
You'd end up paying like $6 at least for a pull because you have to pay shipping.
The downfalls.
Got about 10 seconds left, so if you're not in, make sure you get in.
Sam Howell can elevate 2 guys, you know, and get them to
Good luck.
You know, heights that we've never seen from McLaurin.
C-Man, congrats, man. Let me know what number you want.
I think for me, like I would put McLaurin. I wouldn't draft him the same way, but the way that I define Amari Cooper. I think the ceiling is capped, but the floor is pretty good.
And let me know if anybody has any questions, because we got the duck races going, trying to sell those out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. You got a Denzel Mims rookie jersey and no slap chaser, but congrats, man.
Did I cut you off?
Congrats.
No,
Congrats on the win.
Like a little bit of crapping on Terry McLaurin going there. Maybe I missed the point that Dan agreed with. So
let me know if anybody has any questions. Every purchase you make, every $10 you spend, you get a bonus free duck in for the Tua race that we run at the end of the show. So that Tua is going to somebody today.
Been on a 3,800 yard passing offense.
We got the other duck races. We got the running back and then the wide receiver for the top row.
I think it's wide receiver 22 or 3 per game in full PPR. So it's just unfortunate. He doesn't catch a lot of touchdowns.
Also got a ton of stuff in the buy it now.
Kind of A-dot. So
ton of other stuff. If you guys want to see teams, let me know.
My point was just, it's not a real life argument with McLaurin. It's simply, how does he
see any teams, players? I can show you what I got.
By his offense, and he's never been higher than wide receiver 20.
Yeah, I think the hope would be that Washington's offense is going to be better this year. And a different offensive coordinator and a different. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be the same. Everything's different.
It could be worse, and they've been pretty
He's gone through a lot of different offenses already, though, in his young career, and a lot of quarterbacks.
Right. Yeah, but I think this is a part of a.
So let me know if you guys got questions.
When you think about the guys who break out and have surprisingly great seasons, I would say they're on surprisingly great offenses. And you go to Jalen Waddle last year, and I remember this time last year saying, I don't want Jalen Waddle at the end of round 4 because I think his upside is capped with the presence of one of my worst takes. I don't think I was alone in it, but I never thought the Dolphins' offense could be nearly as good as it was. When I look at all of these receivers going here, I don't know how many
What's up,
of them
Nash?
could be
How you
on
doing,
great
man?
offenses. And then the one that really jumps out is Mike Williams. But he's not even close to my favorite. He's not even close to anybody's favorite in this range. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll check.
Offense, I don't know. But
yeah, I'm just trying to set the lineup, and it's you and then Beard that hasn't paid. So as soon as that happens, I can set the lineup. But I'm not too worried about it because we got a while, but I'd rather not wait till last minute.
Well, I mean, how many of the offenses that we're now saying were really?
I know it like tells you like you have to enter your like social security and all this, so it is a little bit of a process.
It's hard to predict, but it's still something that we might want to spend some time predicting because wide receiver and offense production are very much tied together.
Now the wind is pretty strong today. It's kind of nice. It's cool, but it's shaking the camera.
But that's why for me, like McLaurin's in this group. I hope Sam Howell's great. I hope Eric Bieniemy's offense is great. There's already a lot of bitching coming out of that team.
I don't know if you guys got questions. I gotta figure out. There's something that connects and disconnects from my computer, and I do not know what it is.
Not a rookie star, but
and it's just driving me crazy.
Under his belt, and Sam Howell, who may show that he's going to run as much as he wants to throw.
Yeah, you're all set. You're all set, Nash.
Can he support?
You are good to go.
These two guys, and then when you factor in,
appreciate that, man.
Antonio Gibson and Curtis Samuel, I don't think is going away. And then whatever Logan Thomas and the tight end group does, there's a lot of mouths to feed here, and so that's why for me he's in more of the okay. There's some questionable quarterbacks, and Drake London's got a questionable quarterback, but he's got a world of potential. Christian Kirk now has some competition, with Calvin Ridley. Can he still be as productive? Deontay Johnson's going to get a hell of a lot of targets, but is he going to get a hell of a lot of targets from a bad Kenny Pickett with an emerging George Pickens and an emerging Pat Fryer? There's questions with these guys, and so that's for me where Terry McLaurin belongs, because I think there's questions. There's been a lack of consistent production, of top tier production. He's been very consistent, but there's been a lack of top tier production. And I think Jahan Dotson.
So, I don't know if you guys got any questions. From doing the duck race today, free slab giveaway for buyers.
Like I said, I said this many a time. Almost wide receiver 15, 18, wherever you want to with the cutoff through 30. I'm perfectly fine with that group. If you tell me I'm taking one of them as my second and third wide receivers, I think that's a very big group and a lot of potential.
And I guess that's what I was saying. Like, I agree with pretty much everything Jamie said about like the situation for McLaurin. It's just that like the quarterbacks, the guys who are going right after him are Ryan Tannehill, Justin Fields, the ghost of Russell Wilson, Jordan Love. Like, it's not as if we're saying, well, McLaurin can't be in this range because he's in this bad offense with a bad quarterback, and everybody that's being drafted around him is.
I wouldn't say he can't be in that range. It's just not.
So, I don't know if you guys got questions. We got the duck race going today.
And especially if you like Dotson.
Everything in the duck box is a jersey card. You pick if you want to do the white, which is wide receivers, or the blue, which is running backs, and then you get 5 pulls from the NFL too. So every card in the duck box is a jersey, and then you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks on the back. So you're guaranteed $6, $10 for a pull. So $10 you get 6 pulls, and you get entered in for either the running back, wide receiver. And then you also get in for the Tua today. And then from the NFL box, you could hit the Montgomery, Akers, Davis, or Tony.
So that is hard to predict, but a lot of things are hard to predict in fantasy. How would you guys rank Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Chris Godwin?
London, Godwin,
McLaurin. Why is London? Rami, you still here? Why is London rated so high? Like, he really didn't do anything last year. He showed some promise, but like he didn't do anything to be rated this high. It blows my mind.
We've been using that for so long, but he's not going anywhere near that on the other websites. Fantasy Pros, he's wide receiver.
What receiver number is he on NFC?
So I don't know if you guys got questions.
On Fantasy Pros, he's 26, going 67th. On CBS, he's going after George Pickens, who's got a pretty high ADP. But
I think that makes sense because London is viewed, but there's a lot of high stakes leagues in those NFC drafts.
Like I could see like London like in Dynasty going high, but like regular redraft, no way.
The breakout if things do go okay.
And on Draft Sharks, he's wide receiver 26. He's going behind DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, Christian Watson, and Chris Godwin. So I think much more comfortable ADP if you want to get in on Drake London there. Where do you think Mike Williams should go? Because in Fantasy Pros, he goes ahead of London, Godwin.
Yeah, London. Like, Rummy, you can't, like, I know you're a Falcons fan, but you can't.
How heavy the wide receiver draft is.
Like, London is going way too high. Like, he is so high. It's crazy.
We keep talking about,
blows my mind.
And if Mike Williams gets hurt, and if Keenan Allen gets hurt, what if these guys don't get hurt? And they get the motivation of maybe losing their job. to that big season. Justin Herbert's going to have a big year if he stays healthy and things work out. I do think Kellen Moore is going to help him. I think the rib injury, he's talked about that. I heard him on Colin Cowherd's show earlier this week, and he was saying how he had to adjust his arm angle because he couldn't throw over the top because of the rib injury. So, now his mechanics are back to being normal. His protection is going to be better. And I think with Quentin Johnson on the field, especially if that's the plan to have all three of those guys together, they're talking about Mike Williams playing in the slot a little bit more, so his receptions tick up a little bit. So while the big plays will still be,
You'll snag him all right, man. He's all yours. At that point, yeah, no way.
Exclusively in the slot. But that just opens
I don't know when I would draft him, but not anywhere where he's going.
Receptions and still a red zone threat and still a big play threat. Like he could really.
You've been mocking it all, Rummy?
So I don't run away from Mike Williams. I don't love the ceiling because again of Quentin Johnson being there, but I don't run away from him. I think again round 5.
But you're just gonna have the Falcons team, which actually I don't think would be that bad.
Yeah, but amongst the guys you said, I've got Godwin, Williams, Ayuk back to back, and all of them in round 6. So I'm pretty much okay with whichever those guys falls to round 6, but I'm not going to round 5 for you. And there's several guys we've not talked about that I have ahead of them.
Such as
Lockett just ahead of those guys, Jordan Addison, Jahan Dotson, Deontay Johnson.
Okay, let's take a break. We'll talk about those guys after this. We're into round 7 of average draft position on Fantasy Pros, and that is Tyler Lockett, Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans, Christian Kirk, Deontay Johnson.
So, if you guys got questions, we got the duck race going today. Every purchase you make today, or every $10 you spend, you get in for the Tua race that we're going to run at the end of the stream. So a little bonus for the buy, anybody who makes a purchase today. But duck race, running back is blue. So for the middle row, white is wide receiver, which is the top row.
Kirk, and then a gap, and then Deontay, and then a gap, and then Lockett for me.
Jamie, again, the 6 receivers.
All right, man. I'll give you a follow on that. Let me know if you have any questions on it.
Johnson, Michael Pittman, Mike Evans too.
Yeah, I agree with Heath. Kirk and Johnson to me are the
take the L in a bye week.
Here. I would take them.
I think you take the L more than just a bye week.
So I like the upside for those two guys still.
I just gave you a follow, man.
I think Deontay Johnson will score a touchdown. Hopefully, a few.
So the mystery packs, they come with 10 cards guaranteed. So you get 2 jersey cards, 2 numbered cards, a good rookie card, and then it's 5 inserts of rookies. So it's stuff that would be in like the pull box. And then on top of the 10 cards, you either hit a slab or you hit some kind of bonus. So the bonuses are like 10 pulls, $10 worth of pull credit, a blue duck, but at this point you could do blue or white because of the same price. So you always get a bonus or a slab in addition to the 10 cards. And those are $20. So in the buy it now, you just pick what number you want, and then we pull it. We can open it, or if you want it sent, I can send it to you.
So I don't know. Could you really?
So let me know if you have any other questions, Pickles.
Advanced metrics guys, film guys, love Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, definitely.
I always want to take him.
I'll definitely do that. Let's go.
But Jamie, what do you think about Ayuk?
I agree 100%. This is the same.
I feel like you couldn't even have 2 Falcons players because, like, I think they'll score points, but like, I can't see all of them being relevant in one game or even 2 of them.
I think it's hard to justify.
Like, I don't think they'll be like ever where 2 of them get 20 points.
Or just something different.
But maybe there could be. I could be wrong. Like London could get 20 and Bijan could, but I think that's a stretch. I don't think London and Pitts could both get 20 in the same game.
Touchdown perspective, in a big year with a lot of yak and a lot of big plays, which is what he's capable of doing. So for me, he's safer as a number 3 wide receiver as opposed to a.
Pickles, let me know if you have any other questions on that. And then with the mystery pack, you also get 2 free ducks in for the Tua on top of it.
Mike Williams, Tyler Lockett, big play caliber receivers. Gabe Davis, at the bottom end of it. That's where you're hoping to. You're not banking on.
If you guys got questions on anything, just let me know. Doing a free slab giveaway for anybody who makes a purchase today.
All right, so to sum it up, this group here, 3 guys that we think are undervalued: Christian Kirk, for sure, Deontay Johnson, and we agreed on Tyler Lockett.
Lockett's in this range for me, but low.
Let me see.
Round we're at now in ADP.
Oh, so if you go to the buy it now, I do have them in the auction. I did auctions for a while. I just never deleted them. But if you go to buy it now mystery, you should be. If you search mystery, the numbers that are available come up. Let me know if you have any questions on it or can't find them. I could always pin one for you.
I don't want to say it's a reach, but this is the range I think where they should start to come into play. But again, that comes with two caveats. One is it a very heavy receiver draft, and two, have other guys come off the board. For me, I like two rookies better, and Jordan Addison and Jackson Smith-Njigba that I would take over Pittman and Evans this one.
I agree with that. Mike Evans, I'm okay with the end of round 7. I might get to the point where I take a third.
Let me know if you guys got any questions at all.
Around pick 84. This could be proved to be wrong, but I just have no interest in Michael Pittman. He's at the end of round 8 for me.
I was thinking about this. Is this crazy? The difference between the Michael Pittman ranking, if he had a full season of Gardner Minshew versus a full season of Anthony Richardson, might be something like 20 spots at wide receiver. Is that crazy? Too much?
What's his wide receiver ranking now?
I kind of like Michael Pittman this year. I think I would pick Michael Pittman over
in ADP, but
Drake London. I don't know when they close.
Would
Where's Michael
33rd
Pittman
be
go?
his best per game finish in the NFL?
Michael Pittman is like
last year he was 21, I think.
68,
per game.
and then Drake London is
21.
He had 925 yards in 16 games.
And 99 catches.
Yeah.
So he was 21 per game. He was 36 per game in non-PPR, 21 in full PPR.
Drake London's
Okay.
54.
Michael Pittman we're talking about.
That's crazy.
21, he was 27th per game. Both formats.
Pickles, let me know if you want me to pin one for you.
They were terrible.
I can do that. Just tell me what number you want. I can tell you what numbers we
6
got.
touchdowns. On a team that's
Let me know.
3,600 yards in 17 games.
That was Rivers, right?
Wentz, I think.
Oh, Wentz was Rivers.
So it was encouraging, but last
Rivers
year.
was his rookie season.
So let me know if you guys got any questions.
All right, well, it
Doing
doesn't
the
matter.
duck races today. We got the running back and the wide receiver. It's $10 to get into a duck race. You get a pull from the pull box, depending on a white or blue, depending on which one you want to go for. You get a jersey card guaranteed, and you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks on the back. And then you also get 5 pulls from the NFL, where you get the Akers, Montgomery, Davis, or Tony. And then on top of that, you also get in for the Tua.
I think rounds 9 and 10 are pretty cool, pretty exciting. Some nice names here. We're 34 wide receivers in. Tell me if you guys, agree or disagree. How about tell me draft-o-meter, 0 to 10. How likely are you to draft?
Pickles going with number 3. You got it.
Or 8 or 9. 8 or 9. Okay, that's good.
Oh.
Still, I think it's exciting.
Number 3,
0 to
kind of a
10,
shitty
how likely
3.
are you to draft Marquise Brown?
Yeah, it is number 3.
Yeah, 9.
Okay.
All right.
George Pickens.
See how it goes. Good luck.
7.5, 8.
So no slab, but you get a bonus. Bang. There you go. That's not bad at all. You can change. So if you want the white one instead, you could do the white one, but you get a duck pull. All right. Let's see what your packs are. See what your hits are. It's not a bad one to hit if you don't hit a slab. Get you in. You could hit one of the bigger cards. We got a Lamont Jordan, a James Washington silver. Let me get the focus. Michael Vick. Rummy would love that one. Jesse Bates, yellow. Good Jamal Adams, star status. DeAndre Swift, number to 75. And then a Keenan Allen, number to 399. Pretty good number cards there. And then let's see what your hits are. Got a Kenny Pickett, rated rookie. A Ray Lewis, there you go, jersey. And then a Juju Smith-Schuster jersey card. Not bad there. And then let me know what number you want for the duck box and which one you want. So white is for the wide receiver for the top. Blue is for the running back. There's 18 spots left for the white and then 22 left for the blue.
4.5, 5. He's in the Pickens range, 6, I guess.
Traylon Burks.
You got it.
Traylon Burks, I thought about
1, 2,
maybe.
3. One of my favorite guys that I find at card shows, Jake Butt autograph, and a 1 duck. So you're in for the duck race. You're in for the wide receiver duck race, and you also have 2 ducks in for the Tua.
Oh, that's the weird thing.
Now we'll run that one at the end of the stream.
He would be Jefferson and Adams.
Probably around 5:30
You only get
Eastern
one shot
time.
at Jefferson.
For me, it would probably be.
But appreciate the purchase, man. Not bad.
I might do McLaurin and Dawson probably.
I just feel like
going against the theory.
Now there's 5 packs left and 2 slab chasers.
it's not part of the theory necessarily. But better, always better.
Jake Butt.
The theory is you take 2 guys that you think are
Literally every time I see a Jake Butt card, I buy it.
One of them gets hurt. You've got a soup. You've got in any scenario, you have one absolute must start.
Well, I'll tell you one guy I drafted a ton of. It's the third guy, Slab.
Really?
He's free.
Yeah. Okay.
You do it with all the Chiefs guys. I mean, it's easy.
Not really, because you don't have a guaranteed starter.
Oh, you want to have a guaranteed starter?
Yes. So, all right, you said you're kind of low on, like mid on Burks and Cooks. Michael Thomas.
6.5, 7.
Yeah, he's right in that Burks range.
All right, let me update the.
Hit a tier here.
We're at 17 for the wide receiver, and then we are at 5 packs left.
That's crazy.
Marquise Brown, JSN, Dotson, Jordan Addison. We like those guys. We're less enthused about Pickens, which is interesting. We can talk about him in a bit. Pickens, Brandon Cooks, Traylon Burks, Michael Thomas.
Let me know if you guys got any questions on anything.
Not as excited to get them as we are. Marquise Brown, JSN, Jordan Addison, Jahan Dotson, and Gabe Davis would be higher, right? Like Gabe Davis on this meter.
Yes.
8-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Odell Beckham, Juju Smith-Schuster, or Cortland Sutton?
That is a tough one.
They're in Michael Thomas range.
I think Juju's the safest of those, but
Those other guys, so
I don't know.
5.5, 6-ish.
Yeah, Juju, Sutton, Beckham.
All right, so let's say
I
Pickens.
think I'd be the same way on that.
Pickens, Cooks, Burks,
So let me know if you guys got questions.
Juju.
Free duck, free slab giveaway today for the at the end. Every purchase or every $10 you spend gets you a duck.
I think I'd still go Burks.
Why is it that people are so polarized on Pickens? Some people really like him. Some people
Because
like him.
he makes super duper highlight catches.
Super duper.
And he had 14 fewer targets than Pat Fryermuth in one more game last year.
The biggest thing will be is how much does his route tree expand, and what type of targets will he be getting? And it's the biggest drawback for me is Kenny Pickett. Is he going to take a step forward? I mean, what they have 8 passing touchdowns last year.
One of them was Chase Claypool, or maybe they had 13 and one of them was Chase Claypool.
It's like that's miserable. And so when you know one guy is going to get so many targets, and as he said, which I agree, who's going to be number 2? I think it's competition for it. And I hope it's Pickens, just because of the nature of how these guys, or the positions that they play. But it's hard to say Pickens has the ability to stand out. The nice thing is the plays that he's making against pretty good corners on his own team.
It was so nice to have football yesterday.
Going up against, but there's a lot of
excited to watch it tonight too.
Faster fingers that he's getting these catches, and if you
so
really
close.
The quarterback, he's getting sacked on a lot of those plays too. It's the defense is just stopping and letting it go.
And I don't really think there's a reason that there's so much offensive pass interference on those plays, is because a lot of times when Kenny Pickett lets go of the ball, George Pickens and the defensive player are standing right next to each other.
Correct.
Well,
it's that thing. It's like you love the contested. Dave and I had this conversation when he made the bet of who's going to get more targets, Pickens or Johnson. He's like, well, he's great at contested.
I don't know if you guys got any questions.
The reason for that is quarterback can't throw him open,
and he doesn't get open.
Some guys are like that though. Like Kenny Golladay was like that. They're not guys who get.
If you just stop. Kenny Golladay, he's in trouble.
Oh, wrong.
He got one good season.
Kenny Golladay had 2. He had a great second season.
With Matthew Stafford.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. I actually think if Kenny Pickett is good, it would really shake up fantasy football quite a bit. Nobody's really expecting.
I do think, like those, the really good year that Golladay had was on a team that was throwing quite a bit more than league average. We talked about the reason for drafting Najee Harris is because there's this thought that the Steelers are going to go super run heavy this year, like they did in the second half last year. Well, if that happens, it's not very good for the guy who had a 14% target share last year.
Yeah. No, and it's not good for Deontay Johnson either. Johnson was good when they were throwing 39 or more times per game.
Well, if you throw 500 passes and you have a guy who gets close to a 30% target share, he can still be really, really good in PPR.
Yeah, it's not good for anyone though in the passing game if they're run heavy. But yeah, you're right. Right. I think to just assume that George Pickens is going to have a 14% target share again isn't fair. He was a rookie, and hopefully he's
He needs a 20%.
hopefully he's the most talented receiver on the team.
I like Pickens. I think he's going to be good this year.
He
I mean, if they
15
throw the ball.
yards per catch last year. Not a lot of rookies average 15 yards per catch with 80 or more targets.
If you guys have any questions on anything works, just let me know. Doing a free slab giveaway too. If you make a purchase, you get a bonus duck in for the Tua. So either every purchase, every $10 you spend, and that's going to be run about 5:30 Eastern at the end of the stream.
So did he end up in the best spot to maximize his production potential? No. Could that change, as you said, Adam, if we get a better season out of Kenny Pickett? Sure. But that's a hope. Like where I have him ranked is more based on the hope. I think Heath is just going with the raw numbers, which I get.
Talk about everyone else here as we finish on George Pickens. So after, I guess we're at the Gabe Davis range here. Got 45-ish wide receivers in. 41 was Michael Thomas. 42 was Beckham. 43 was Juju. 44 was Cortland Sutton. Now Gabe Davis, wide receiver 40.
Do another giveaway.
Low on the other websites.
All right, gonna run another one.
Gabe Davis on draft.
Let me know if you guys got any questions.
Gabe Davis on NFC is 37, but we like the value regardless. So after that, we have Kadarius Toney. So we should probably just talk about the Chiefs at this point. I don't know if Tony's still the first one off the board. It's probably Sky Moore. Where do you guys think Sky Moore should be drafted? Should he go ahead of Michael Thomas, Juju Smith-Schuster?
Let me know if you guys got any questions.
I have him right now right behind Thomas, but I could see myself changing that. It's just a matter of at what point does Kadarius Toney become Kadarius Toney and make it a problem for I think all those guys if he becomes the player that we're hoping he can eventually become. But all you're hearing is just positive things about Sky Moore, and I think the best thing is that right now if they were to line up in 12 personnel, he's on the field.
He's their starting slot receiver,
but he's also playing in 2 receiver sets.
And that's I think the thing that is really, and I tweeted about this morning, like, is that just because there's no Toney? If Toney's back at some point, is Sky Moore just playing in 3 wide receiver sets? I don't know the answer to that. I would, of the guys you mentioned, Adam, I would take Moore over Sutton. That's the only one. I think the other 2 guys over Sky. I struggle with Sky Moore versus George Pickens.
Okay. I struggle with Sky Moore versus Kadarius Toney. I totally understand Tony's always hurt, but Toney has at least done some good things in his NFL career that are really encouraging. I'm not going to hold it against Sky Moore that he hasn't, but I am going to give a point in Kadarius Toney's favor that he has been at times, a few times, really, really exciting.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think you judge them based.
Nice. I do mock drafts all the time.
And one guy got
I usually do them while I'm streaming. I have the first pick in ours, and then I got the 6th pick in in another draft. So it's like completely different teams I'm gonna end up getting.
No, it was 2.5.
Yeah, you got 6 in this league, so.
But it was really impressive. What he did, especially in the game he got hurt, one
probably
drive
know.
against the.
I don't love the 6th pick. It's not terrible. First pick is actually better than I expected too.
Yeah, there's a pedigree difference. One guy's a first-round pick, one guy's a second-round pick, but I would take the guy that probably has the more familiarity with the offense and has been on the field more times than not this offseason. And they both
so let me know if anybody has any questions. We got about 2 minutes left in the giveaway. We're doing the duck races today. We got the white for the top, which is wide receivers. Got the blue, which is the running back for the middle. It's $10 to get into either duck race. And with $10, you get a jersey card guarantee, and that's how you get your duck. And on the back of it, you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks. And then on top of that, with every duck purchase, you get 5 pulls from the NFL box, where you can hit one of the slabs, the Akers, Montgomery, Davis, or Toney. And then you get whatever one you're in, you get entered in for the middle or the top. And then today, every purchase you make or every $10 you spend, you get in for the Tua. But then we also got you can hit the NFL box, 13 pulls for $10. You can get the jersey box, which is for the giveaway right now. You'll see what's in there. That's 2 pulls for $10, and then the numbered box is 6 pulls for $10. And then we also have mystery packs. Those are $20, and those are in the buy it now. Currently, there are 5 left, and 2 of them have slabs left. So just let me know if you guys have any questions on anything. Yeah, I still haven't decided who I'm going to pick as my first pick. It's tough. I don't know. It's honestly either Jefferson or CMC. I do really like Chase, though, but I think you can't pick Chase as with the first overall. Appreciate the share, Jaden.
Jameson Williams, Adam Thielen, and Alan Lazard. That's what I said. But how about Sky Moore or Jameson Williams?
Who do you guys think is the first overall? It's probably Jefferson, but I'm kind of leaning CMC.
I think it's bad news for Adam Thielen. There was a report a few days ago, earlier this week, that
Bijan, yeah, get out of here.
Starting to lean more on Hayden Hurst as his safety blanket than Adam Thielen, because if Adam Thielen's not the safety blanket,
Higgins in the third. I don't hate that.
Panthers receiver off the
I think
DJ Chark.
Well, I don't want to give Rummy too much.
Right now it's Thielen.
Okay, Jacoby Myers.
Let me know if you guys got any questions. We're running the duck races today too. White is for the top row, which is wide receivers. Blue is for the middle row, which is running backs. $10 to get into the duck race, and with that $10, you get a jersey card guaranteed, and then on the back you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks, and that's how you get in the race. That's how you get your ducks, and then on top of it, with every duck purchase, you get 5 pulls from the NFL, where you can hit one of the slabs on the bottom, and then the Tua is being given away. You get a duck every purchase, or every $10 you spend, you get that. Base Socock cards.
Rashad Bateman, Darnell Mooney, Rondell.
Probably said that wrong, but let me know what you want to. Let me know what number you want.
Darnell Mooney, Rondell Moore.
And then I'm gonna pin the ducks. So if you guys want in for the duck race, let me know. Base sock. All right, base sock cards. Let me know what number you want.
And the question that Arizona passing game is going to be who can be healthy. Because Rondell Moore's had all.
We're doing the duck race too, so if you guys have any questions on how that works, just let me know. We also have mystery packs, and you can hit the pull boxes. But duck race is the main thing. 6, you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We got a Matt Corral rookie jersey card and no slab chaser. But appreciate congrats on the giveaway and appreciate the follow.
But he's a very short area target.
And I got a ton of stuff in the buy it now. If anybody wants to see anything, any teams or anything, just let me know.
Wait, don't do that. Oh, that's terrible. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Bateman, Darnell Mooney, or Jalen Hyatt.
No problem, man. Jay Hardwick, I will. So number 9. Just let me write this down for base, and I'll pull that.
I think Bateman.
And then you get 2 ducks in for the Tua too on top of it.
I don't like for Bateman.
All right, so number 9, you got it.
We've seen Zay Flowers get so much more run.
Number 9.
But
all right, let's see how you do.
If Justin Fields takes that leap, we can see
there is a slab in here. All right, let's see what your pack is first, though.
Zay Jones, Nico Collins. I know you like that one a lot.
Nico's a great one.
We got a
Michael Gallup,
Keenan McDardle, wide receiver, Chase Edmonds, green, Kyler Murray, red, a Cameron Hayward, Derek Brown, rookie, Corey Davis, number to 99, and then a Keenan Allen, number to 499. Nice there. And then let's see what your hits are. We got a Drake London. I think that might be a variation. Oh, maybe not. Drake London, rookie. Got a Calvin Ridley jersey, and then a Christian Kirk. This was a rummy pack. I think that's a rookie too, so nice ones there. And then let's see what the slab is.
Last but certainly not least, Giants wide receiver
Davis Mills. This is probably one of the lower slabs in there, but Davis Mills, 9. I mean, he did pretty good last night, so maybe it's going up. But congrats, man. Not a bad pack.
I'm going Slayton.
It is currently, I have Isaiah Hodgins at 168 overall.
And you're in for the Tua, so you can hit the Tua too.
Or I've got most of them all.
Not bad.
168, 175. When you get to round 15 in your fantasy drafts, you just start running. I think that happened in our pick by pick. I've been round 14. But there were like 5 Giants wide receivers.
Davis Mills did look pretty good last night. Looked better than CJ Stroud.
Probably all going to be dropped.
Let me know if you guys got any questions. We are doing the duck races. We got 4 mystery packs left with 1 slab left in there. We got the pull boxes. Every purchase you make or every $10 you spend gets you a bonus duck in for the Tua.
Slayton was a rookie wide receiver who averaged 15 yards.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
And not end up having a very good career so far. Not bad, but not fantasy relevant, really. Also, Paris Campbell is their slot guy and might lead the receivers. All right, that's it for this show. That's it for.
If you guys want to see any teams or anything, let me know too. I got a ton of stuff in the buy it now, and I got a ton of stuff I haven't even listed. So I got jersey cards from all the teams. I got good rookie cards from all the teams.
Christian Watson or whatever it might be. So we'll do some of that in the upcoming weeks. Mailbag coming up later today.
Appreciate the purchase, Hardwood.
Or tomorrow if you're listening.
And we're down to 4 packs.
We've got a weekend mailbag for you on Fantasy
4
Football
packs
today.
and 1
2-man
slab.
show. Adam Azer, Dan Schneier. Dan's got his band kickers shirt. People too. I don't really understand it, but okay, it's a cool shirt. It's a cool shirt. I like it. Big weekend plans, Dan?
Yes, actually, that's rare for me, but my brother's birthday, 30th birthday, shout out Matt Schneier, this weekend. So he has this crazy whole day planned out, Adam, that I didn't really realize what I was getting myself into. I thought it was just going to be like a chill thing, like for a certain portion of the day, but now it's like rented out bar 3 to 6, back to the apartment, and then.
So let me know if you guys got
For a
questions.
few hours pregame, and then at 9 they're going to like this like club DJ dance thing, and he's like, I know that's not your scene, Dan, at all. So like, if you want to just bow out before that, like I totally get it. I will be bowing out before that, like 100%. I'll do the pizza, like rent out the bar thing 3 to 6. I'll go back hang a little, but there's no shot I'm going to a DJ dance thing at 9.
All right, good. I wouldn't really. I don't want you there. I don't know. I don't want. I have to trust you during football season. You're going out to some DJ dance club. You're 35 or whatever. You're just too old for that. I can't. It's too
I've been born too old for that type of stuff. So.
Yeah, me too. And everything else fun. All right, news and notes. We got some news and notes. We got your emails at fantasyfootball@cbsi.com, and we've got your Apple Podcast questions. And if we get enough YouTubers here, we'll get some YouTube questions going as well. So some news items on backfields. A lot of running back news. Dan Campbell said he's going to have a 2-headed.
So let me know if you guys got questions.
How far ahead of David Montgomery do you think?
Let me put the thing back up.
Jameer Gibbs should be going in drafts?
This has been a point of contention for me all draft season. I think he's going way too many rounds ahead of David Montgomery. I would be hard pressed, if you asked me, Adam, in a vacuum, do I prefer Montgomery or Gibbs this year? I almost want to say Montgomery. I think he has a better chance at touchdowns there. I think he has a better chance at touches total there. I know there's a lot of hype around Gibbs. I understand he's a really interesting talent, and he's been getting work already, but I tend to think that offense is still going to operate through Amon-Ra St. Brown in the passing game. And so
I hope so. I like Amon-Ra.
It's too much. I really like Montgomery. I've always liked him. I know you always talk about this. Like he's a little bit. We look a little too much into his forced missed tackle rate and yard after contact per attempt.
Diggs, Taylor, Olave, Mahomes, Pierce. Damn, Rummy, that's pretty good. Sorry I missed that before. Damn, that's nice.
Touchdowns last year. So I like Montgomery a lot.
I don't know how I feel about Taylor. I think for where he's going, it's not terrible. I like Olave. Mahomes is awesome.
Like 3 rounds apart right now.
I don't hate that.
2022, DeAndre Swift had 72 carries, and Jamal Williams had 170 carries. DeAndre Swift had 40 catches, and Jamal Williams had 6 catches. So it was very much, you're the running down. You run the ball, you catch the ball pretty much, with maybe 5-6 carries a game or something like that for DeAndre Swift. Tim McManus of ESPN said that DeAndre Swift, speaking of which, now with the Eagles, is, quote, making a case for why he should receive top billing, end quote. This is a much rosier outlook than the he's mostly working in the passing game stuff that we had earlier in the week. He might be winning that job.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
So Swift and David Montgomery have pretty similar average draft positions. Who would you prefer? They're both in the round 7 range.
I prefer Montgomery, but I'm kind of disappointed that they're both getting hyped right now because these were 2 of the guys I was targeting all draft season. So happy to pay a 7th round price tag for these guys and avoid the early running backs, but it's going to be tougher and tougher. I think both are going to move up the board, especially Swift. Swift is going to really start moving up the board. So it's disappointing to me because I don't like when the hype happens for the guys I love personally, Adam. I prefer like the no Heidler, like something is like an injury that's only going to be 2 weeks, does not get all the training that was. I'm targeting, but
Let me know if you guys got questions on anything.
Yeah, actually, we did a salary cap draft yesterday. It's not a podcast, but if you want to watch it, it's on youtube.com/fantasyfootball.
Yeah, I hate the auto pick too. I get that. Or when people take like ridiculous picks early, it like ruins it. Like I've had drafts where people are taking like a 4th round pick first overall. Like, get out of here.
$27, I think. 26. Austin Eckler was 33. Kelsey was 36. Jefferson was like 33. So Cup was an absolute steal. Taylor was $17.
Yeah, we had like the likes of like Jameer Gibbs going 13, 14 bucks.
Right, Taylor probably should have been more like 21, 22. So yes, take advantage of that kind of stuff.
And Kyle Pitts for 3 I got. I felt like that was
Yeah, that's not realistic at all.
Great. Hey, that's really great. It had nothing to do with the theme that I was injured players, but way to go. Joe Burrow, I think, went for 6, which was probably a dollar or two lower than what he might have done if he didn't have an injury, like just a guess. Javonte Williams is going to play in the preseason, so let's compare him to DeAndre Swift and David Montgomery because he's also going in that range. In fact, his ADP is higher, but should it be? Who's your favorite in that group now? If I throw Javonte Williams in there, this is pretty cool that he's going to play in the preseason.
I know, right?
About him being ready for week 1.
Freaking JPD.
Yeah, he says he has no restrictions.
He's going to be interesting to see what his team looks like.
I put in a weird spot when I talk about the Javonte Williams and Breece Halls of the world and all of these players in year 1 coming back from the ACL. We have a lot of data that suggests players, especially at the running back position, need a year coming off that ACL to really regain form. So I'm not expecting perfect form Javonte Williams. The reason it's a tough spot for me, Adam, is because I am a big believer in every single running back in the Sean Payton offense. The data backs it up. They're going to get a crazy amount of targets. We're talking 30% of targets for running backs, I think. It's been that way in the past. The reduction at the running back position during Sean Payton's era with the Saints is unbelievable, and it's multiple backs. So I think it's going to be both.
Sports cards rule. So we got the main thing we do here is the duck races. So we got the white duck, which is the wide receiver for the top, the blue duck, which is the middle row for the running back. So for $10, you get a pull from the duck box that you want to hit from, and then you get a jersey card guaranteed, and you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks on the back. And that's how many ducks you get in the race. As soon as it sells out, we run it, and top 5 finishing ducks win a prize. But then with every duck purchase you make, you get 5 pulls from the NFL box, where you could hit Akers, Montgomery, Davis, and Tony. And then the special today, if every purchase you make or every $10 you spend, you get a bonus free duck in for the Tua that we run at the end of the stream. Then we also got the pull boxes. They all have slab chasers in them. We got the jersey box, 2 for 10, regular 13 for 10, numbered 6 for 10, and then we have mystery packs. There's 4 of them left and 1 slab chaser, and those are $20. So just let me know if you have any other questions. I know it's kind of a lot if you haven't been here before, but a lot of different stuff going on, a lot of cool stuff.
By August 20th. James Palmer of NFL Network. That's still a ways away. Zach Charbonnet is back, so that is great. He returned to practice. Elijah Mitchell is expected to miss a few days with an injury, not a big deal. And I thought I'd bring this up with Dan, and it's kind of interesting. Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, you can pick. So that's why I have both of them. So if you like the wide receivers better, you can go wide receiver duck. If you like the running back, you can go running back duck. They're both $10.
Into the rotation.
So yeah, you pick what one you want to pull from, and then you get the 5 pulls in addition, and then you also get in for the Tua. But yeah, you can pick. And I don't know if you can see the prizes, but Breece Hall's first, Breece Hall RPA is first for the running back, and T Higgins is first for the wide receivers. And then we got this is one of my favorite cards, the Javonte and Diami Brown dual auto RPA, dual RPA.
News right here. Like, get the reps first, prove you're along with that first team offense, and actually make plays with them. And I don't really foresee him dropping back down in the rotation until he doesn't make plays. He made an incredible play on a long session where he split the coverage, split a safety and corner. And it's just, he's effortless.
So there's 50 ducks in each race. So there's 50 ducks in the wide receiver and 50 ducks in the running back. So 30 total cards to start, and out of the 30 cards, there's 50 ducks on the back.
But the way Hodgins is kind of trending down a little bit in camp right now, and Hyatt's kind of trending up, I think it might be closer to an even split between Hyatt and Hodgins there.
Okay, and another guy, another not rookie wide receiver.
So let me know if you have any other questions on it.
Done nothing for various reasons. Justin Ross for the Chiefs is getting first team reps as well. So that's a guy I just took in our dynasty league, but I actually think
You got him, nice.
yeah, I just got him. What round are we in?
I like that pick.
13th, 14th round, something like that, in the startup dynasty. It was my 15th round pick. It's a fun pick. Even my 15th round pick. Yeah, Justin Ross, Justyn for those of you looking it up, and not a bad. He could even be a super late round flyer. It's interesting. He went just before Isaiah Hodgins. Yes. All right, so just some names to know. So, what are we promoting today, Dan Schneier? What's coming up on the website? Pick by pick series.
We're starting to ramp up on the website. Today has been an unbelievably busy morning, which is great from my standpoint.
So, if you guys got any questions on anything, doing the duck races, we also have the free slab giveaway for buyers today.
Mock draft, full recap, every single pick. You get every single pick and best buys. You also get a separate feed from Dave, breaking down his favorite strategies for approaching salary cap draft. So if you are in a salary cap draft coming up, bang it out. Read these goals back to back. We're also going to be posting our rankings cheat sheet PDF, which is a nice quick cheat sheet. PPR pick by pick series, which is now completely published. That's every single pick, 1 through 12. You get a perspective of how to draft from each position in a PPR league. I kind of love that. Then Jamie Eisenberg dropping plus 2.0 today. That should hit the site in about an hour after this. And also, we got a little bit of a newsletter from Chris Towers. That's now the daily thing. We're getting daily FFT newsletters. And then finally, one thing I also want to always put on this: Dynasty podcast every Tuesday. Keith Cummings, yes, myself on Dave a lot. We also have great guests. Some of the best shows I think in FFT over the last month have been FFT Dynasty. Not to make this intent.
Whoa, what?
Okay, that doesn't mean I just said over the last month or two. Just the last. Okay, we had a Graham Barfield episode. I knew you were going to take that the wrong way.
Well, how else am I supposed to take it?
We're trying to promote a new show here, Adam. Understand.
Didn't have to compare it.
Man for 1 second and put the eagle behind us.
Say we've had some great episodes lately. Not the episodes there have been better than the.
No, I did not say that. I said some of our best. Did you hear the word some? Not our best. Some of our best. That means if you have been on regular FFT, you have been on top FFT Dynasty.
Wait, so what about FFT and 5? This has also been better than?
It's in a different category. It's a 5-minute show.
So I have one YouTube comment that I want to read right now. We just did our tight end preview earlier today, Friday. Checking out in the feed if you can't catch it yet. Joseph wants to know, you guys always bring up the stat of top 5 tight ends needing to be second on their team, first or second on their team in targets. So why is Dallas Goedert consensus number 5? Waller, Frymuth, Njoku, Schultz, Higbee, all way higher chances for second on their team in targets. So it's a good question. I don't know that Goddard is consensus.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
Today, but certainly consensus 5%. Look, not everything. Like I said, last year 2 guys finished top 5, and they were third on their team in targets, Kittle and Ingram. So not all of these trends are set in stone. Goddard is an exception because he has been the most efficient tight end over the last 2 seasons. Number 1 in yards per target, number 1 in explosive play rate.
Should I throw another slab into the mystery pack so it's a 50-50 chance?
To get around 100 targets. I am a little concerned because they didn't throw it at all to their running backs last year. Fewest running back targets in football. So that's going to change 100%. And I don't know what that means for Goddard. But that's why I typically don't draft Dallas Goedert, because I think he's got too much target competition. But he is someone who will make the most out of those targets. And I think it limits its upside. It's a good point. Don't get too hung up on it. Like, never, ever draft Dalton Schultz over Dallas Goedert because Schultz has a better chance to be second on his team in targets. That's probably reading into it too much.
Dallas Goedert is a really good guy. You can see it when he's on the field. You're watching Red Zone, you're watching Monday Night Football, whatever he's playing. And he's doing what Adam just said, creating a ton of yards per target, which is important in fantasy. I mean, look, yards are part of it. It's not all just running.
David A. wants to know, what is Dan's favorite rant?
Oh, wow. Great question, David A. And you know what, David A., I really appreciate it. In the beginning of my years of every single total rant. Now it's like nice stuff. Like, hey,
what's up, Jackson? So if you guys got questions.
Friends all know this one. It's a classic rant of mine. But it's
Jackson, let me know what you want to pull from.
Oh, yeah, right. Sponsor.
wrong about them. You're wrong about them.
No.
I'm going to throw another slab into the mystery packs to make it 50-50 still.
If you're thinking of the same one I'm thinking of, Adam, and claiming I'm wrong about this, you're going to have to have a long chat after 5 minutes.
I put it in.
Yeah, you typed it in. He was right. In chat.
White. All right, let me know what number you want. Any number between 1 and 17.
That disgusting establishment. It's just falling, and it's going to take multiple years off your life.
Well, Dan also thinks that Parks and Rec is better in the office. So
What, the mystery packs?
That's a much wider range of characters.
I'm about to make them
Take a break.
50-50.
Some of our best comments today might be made by one of us on the show. We'll see. Well, we'll come back.
All right, man, you got it.
Get to your emails at fantasy.
Let me just edit this first quick
First email comes from Sergio.
before I
You guys
forget.
can do a brief section on which players.
50% chance to hit in there.
Number one.
All right, man. 3, you got it. For the white, 1, 2, 3. Nice one here. I think this guy is sneaky good this year. Elijah Moore, rookie, and a 1 duck. And then let me know what 5 numbers you want. And you also are in for the Tua.
Okay, it includes everyone, even the expected ones.
I get that, man.
Okay, strong candidates: Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. Those are the strong candidates, I think. The super strong candidates.
Completely agree.
Borderline: Lamar Jackson. I'm sure he's already done it. Best receiving core of his life. They're going to run 11 personnel. They're going to spread it out. I think that's all good things for him. Would you agree with that on the next?
Yep,
one?
5. Yep.
Okay, fine. No analysis, just names. Lamar Jackson. With Justin Herbert.
Borderline is Jackson
Herbert.
over
like
Burrow.
Over Burrow as far as QB1.
All right, you got it. Let's play you something good.
Herbert
Just gonna take out the
before
first
he-
stack since it's
he
pretty
was
full.
last year, he's in
All right, so
running.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
What about
6,
Fields?
7, 8, 9,
All right, and
10,
unlikely but possible
11,
to me is
12,
Chris
13,
Woods.
14,
Herbert, too.
15, 16, 17, and 18. All
Fine, and I'm putting him down to unlikely but possible. I'm also moving Justin Herbert there.
right, let's see how you did.
Okay,
1,
and
2,
then
3,
Burrow
4,
is
5.
there too.
All right, we got a rookie of Matt
And there's
Corral,
another that's borderline.
a Phillip Rivers,
Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Keith
Long
Bullock,
shot to me would be
number to 649,
Tua.
a Todd Kelly, and then a Trey Lance will to win. And let's see if you hit a slab.
Long shot.
No slab. But appreciate the purchase, man.
What?
And you're in for, you got another duck in for the wide receiver race, and you're in for the Tua now, too.
You run for 1,000 yards in the second rushing touchdown.
We're probably going to be on for like another hour and a half, 2 hours. So
All right.
Good chance at that right now.
Murray. All right,
I'm hoping we can sell this out before I go on vacation, but might be a long shot.
Okay, so Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Eckler.
McCaffrey, Eckler, Bijan. I got it.
Throw Bijan in there.
Wrong candidate.
See, that's the thing, though. If I'm going to throw Bijan in there, I want to throw Barkley in there. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I definitely want to throw Barkley in there. And I honestly want to throw Chubb in there as well. I'm going to throw Bijan.
I would put Chubb in the borderline category. I would put Pollard in the borderline category as well.
I'm really worried about the dog situation. I think it's almost a guarantee he's going to sign there.
I don't, not based on what Mike McCarthy said.
What did Mike McCarthy say yesterday?
He said we're rolling with the young guys basically. We're not going to hit.
I don't know, man.
Essentially,
I think you have a 50%.
he did that.
That's him. The good
Is it
news
over
for-
50% chance?
Potential news is that
I don't know how that works, but one of them probably does. There's a good chance one of those has it.
And Stephen Jones kind of situation with maybe golden flag. But we'll see.
Okay, so borderline.
If you don't hit a slab, you always get some kind of bonus, too,
Anyway,
so.
Chubb, Barkley, they're
You
strong.
mean I'm wrong there?
Was that
Jackson, let me know what you want to pull from.
about the sandwiches? We're having.
Oh,
we're having a big conversation about sandwiches.
No.
I wish I could tell you, but it would be probably frowned upon.
Derrick Henry has to be borderline.
Oh, Henry, that's a great call.
Josh
Yeah,
Jacobs has to be. Jonathan Taylor has to
yeah, that's a great.
be. There's 9 guys that are
Go with the unlikely though, but possible. Jameer Gibbs, unlikely but possible, right?
unlikely but possible. Would be
Montgomery goes down.
Nixon, Gibbs.
Zach Charbonnet, unlikely but possible. Walker goes down.
So let me know what you want to pull from.
Let me see. I don't see it.
I mean, the thing is, you can.
You want to do the number box? Is that what you said?
Let me tell you somebody who I think has more upside than probably 7 guys being drafted ahead of him, and that's
1 through 6 on the numbered.
Ooh, I like that. I am so torn on Madison. I
1,
love him.
2,
Now that
3,
he's
4,
rising, though, and he-
5, and
I'm
6. I'll
always
give you
worried
7
about
too.
drafting these
That's what you want, right, Jackson?
borderline talented, borderline explode. Like borderline great running backs independent of their situation.
All right,
How many times are we
All
gonna
right,
miss?
let's see how you did. Got an Aaron Ross, number 2, 2007. Got an Alden Smith, number to 99. Jay Cutler, number 2, 999. A Anthony Waters, number 2, 199. A Levi Brown, number 2, 199. A Yamon Figures, no idea who that is, to 500. And then a Greg Robinson rookie to 150. And let's see if he had a slab. No slab. But Jackson, let me know who your team is. I'll throw you a bonus since you didn't hit anything on that.
What did you start that with?
Chase, Josh.
Yeah, the numbers, it's pretty cool. A lot of them are like players, but there are some good ones in there. There's some ones numbered pretty low. Oh yeah, I should have known that.
Wow, you guys can find a rarity. This is
Pretty low numbered ones in there.
Adam Azer wrote 2 articles.
All right, Denver. Let's see what I got for you. I haven't organized my rookies yet, but I'm about to organize some of like the better rookies in the teams. Let's see if I can find one for you. Oh, here we go. I got a Judy.
Like, come on, Adam, you're my age. You can't be doing this type of technology.
Anything else cool?
All right, I'm older than you, buddy. Jefferson, Chase, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, easy, strong candidates. I think Stephon Diggs also a strong candidate to be the number 1 wide receiver personally.
Okay, I'm okay.
All right, I don't even know if you know who he is, but I'll throw you this. I'm going to throw you the Judy Rookie of the Year, and then I'll throw you, since you bought a good amount for me, the sweet patch from Ronnie Hillman.
Or AJ Brown.
That patch is so sweet. To 99. I'll throw that in for you, man.
AJ Brown, I don't see it happening with Amon-Ra.
Yeah, but AJ Brown can have 300 more yards.
I see. I don't remember him, but that is a sweet patch.
Wide receiver 1 person. Garrett Wilson, Lamb, and Garrett Wilson, and Devontae Adams.
Ronnie Hillman.
Wilson and Lamb have more wide receiver 1 potential than St. Brown or AJ Brown.
Not so much for me outside of the first 2. I'm not on Lamb. I'm not on Lamb that much this year at all.
After that, I don't know that I see any without any.
So let me know if anybody has any questions. We got 4 mystery packs left, and 2 of them have slabs in them. The other 2 have some kind of bonus, and we also are down to 16 spots left for the wide receiver duck, and then we are 22 spots for the blue running back duck race.
Come on, we gotta have something realistic here.
That's realistic.
Let me know if you got questions.
I haven't seen much of Jordan Love. He's looking bad in camp so far, yes. I don't love him as a prospect, yes.
How about Hopkins? I'm gonna say Hopkins.
We've seen it kind of with AJ Brown and Tannehill before.
Unlikely possible.
I don't love Hopkins though at this stage of his career. I don't think he's doing the same thing he used to do. He's still getting open in the short game, but he's not getting open deep anymore.
Unlikely but possible. I'm gonna put Debo Samuel.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
I feel like Debo Samuel's been cheap all draft season.
I'm coming around.
Yeah, he's been too cheap this draft season, in my opinion.
All right, how about tight ends? Strong candidate is Kelsey. Borderline is Andrews, and that is
no. Put Aaron Waller in the mix, please. The guy gets 72 targets a practice.
Unlikely but possible. I'll go Waller.
Yeah, he has to be in the mix.
But no, there's borderline too. Would you put him in the borderline category?
Oh no, yeah, he's probably the borderline. No, he's unlikely. Everyone is unlikely but possible except for Kelsey and Andrews. And even Andrews to me feels like he's close to unlikely or but possible. I put him borderline at best. It's Kelsey's world. We're all just living in.
Pitts though is someone who could change the game.
No, never over Kelsey, but yes.
No, I mean,
no one's beating Kelsey. Kelsey gets hurt. Kelsey hasn't missed a game for 9 years except for COVID. So.
All right, well, that was a great email that we spent a lot of time on. And that's fine. So let's go to Chris. Chris has the 7th overall pick in a 10-team league. Would it be crazy to take Kelsey and Mahomes?
Hoping I didn't just break my stream, but
geez,
I went to do jersey pulls, and I thought if I did $9.99 in the giveaway, it would just stack them, and it did not. So it's making $999 individual giveaway items,
last year,
which is not great.
Salary cap league. Compare.
But I'm gonna run one right now for you guys.
One bid.
Free jersey pull.
Mahomes and Kelsey.
Jeez.
Spent
That
$9 on
sucks.
Kelsey. Mahomes, I mean. Kelsey was expensive. And I ended up they carried me through the week. Like I missed on a lot of my other picks, I had injuries, whatever it may be. Position scarcity says don't go Mahomes round 2. But Mahomes is scoring so much on a weekly basis for you that it does give you this nice floor as a team where you kind of only need a few guys to hit. Same thing goes for Kelsey. He's dominating every tight end every week, with the exception of a few. So I don't hate this anymore, Adam. I've come around strong to this and playing a lot of 2 QB league. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I like it. I think yeah. It's a little early typically for Mahomes, but I would actually be more likely to take him if I had Kelsey because that would be just super fun. It's also a 10-team league here, so you can recover at other positions.
Let me know if you guys got questions. Nobody's in the giveaway yet, so I hope you guys can enter it.
From Michigan.
Hope I didn't break my stream.
Draft. I managed to go 0 wide receiver, but I think it could be great. What are your thoughts? You have to start 3 receivers, 2 running backs, a flex, tight end. So his quarterbacks are.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
He lists them as Anthony Richardson and Burrow, which bothers me. I know it is absolutely not a big deal at all, but it really bothers me. Don't put your hands in it. It doesn't. Running back is insane. Chubb, Bijan, Etienne, Mixon, Akers. You can only start 3 of them, but that's great. And it's best ball, so you can only have 3 of them. Wide receivers not good. Evans, Addison. This is so bad. Evans, Addison, Zay Jones, Marvin Mims, Curtis Samuel, Devontae Parker, Mecole Hardman, Josh.
Let me know if you guys have any questions. We're running a giveaway for a free jersey poll, and then we also are running the duck race today. So in the duck box, you pick either if you want to do the wide receiver or the running back duck, and then when you pick that, you get a jersey card guarantee out of either box, and then you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks. And that's how you get into the duck race. So running back is the middle row, wide receiver top row, and then in addition to a duck, you get 5 pulls, and that's $10 to get in for that. $10 for 2 pulls from the jersey box, $10 for 13 pulls from the regular box, 6 pulls for 10 from the numbered box, and we have mystery packs right now, 4 packs left and 2 slabs, so 50% chance at a slab, and those are $20, and those come with 10 cards, 2 jersey cards, 2 numbered cards, a good rookie card, and then 5 inserts for rookies guaranteed, and then on top of it, you could get either a slab or a bonus.
So if you have.
If you guys got any questions on the duck races, mystery packs, or anything, let me know. And today, the special for today's stream is we're doing a free slab giveaway at the end for anybody who makes a purchase. So every purchase you make or every $10 you spend, you get a bonus duck in for the Tua.
That's the first receiver.
Oh, so that would be my second. Okay. I don't want my I don't want my second receiver to be later than that. Ideally, I have 2 top 24 wide receivers. I don't want my second receiver to be Brandon Ayuk.
What's up, Ramondre Stevenson? I'm a big Mondre guy. I cannot wait for him this year.
This team has Mike Evans and Jordan Addison, who I'd like to be my
Check this out. This is a pretty cool one I got.
Right.
This is 1 and 2 receivers.
So mad I didn't get a 10. The card's clean, but
we'll have a
Zebra. I got a bunch of RPAs of Ramondre.
Drop off from like round 4 to late round 5.
He was like definitely the guy I picked up the most of in the offseason this year.
4 picks if I have a late pick.
But every time I submitted one to PSA, none of them got 10s. Every single time it came back a 9, which sucks, but it's better than an 8, I guess.
I don't love the options at the end of round 2. You think Jalen is worth pick 211?
Yeah, check this out. This is probably one of my favorite cards I got of him.
Devontae Smith, good enough to go there.
Number to 35.
Top 10 guy,
or no, 40. Number to 40, sorry. Sweet patch. I love Obsidian too.
Quarterback, I would take any of those 3 receivers.
This is the only 10 I got of them. I bought that one though. You a Pats guy, I'm assuming? Check this out. I bought this and then graded it. PSA 10 Gronk. Rookie auto at a 70. 71. At a 71. How sweet is that?
We don't know who's actually going to play because if you're on the field, they can trust him.
Probably one of my favorite cards. The Gronk probably. I mean, if for the right number, anything's for sale. But the Gronk is something I probably would want to hold on to. But I'm open to offers. You want to shoot me an offer? I'd be open to it. I honestly don't even know how much that goes for. It's a very hard card to find.
A little early for me with Andrews, but. As I just said, I had.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
Jamar Chase round 1, Josh Allen round 2,
Always
Andrew
cards.
Mixon,
Let me know what number you want.
Jalen Waddle had been there at 211. I think I would have taken him.
See, I would think it would go like closer to 6.
But I would have taken him with the intention.
I wouldn't sell it for. I wouldn't sell it for.
In the next one. So
I don't even know if I'd sell it for 600.
Can I say one thing about this?
36. All right, you got it.
You brought up 2
Yeah, I see. That's the thing. I don't know. It's definitely closer to 4 at least. I think bottom would be 4. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. The trophy blocked me out. Got a Benny Snell XR rookie jersey, number to 149, and no Slab Chaser. But congrats on the win, man. And let me know if you have any questions on anything. You want to see anything, let me know. But we got the duck race. I pinned the duck race. So if you guys have any questions on that, let me know. We're doing that. And we also have mystery packs. And there's a 50% chance right now to hit a slab. There's 4 left and 2 slab chasers. Congrats on the win, always cards.
Just follow the same linguistic trajectory as pumped up to pumped or hang out to hang.
Well said.
Or do you just dropping of all prepositions? Great.
Well said. You really just put him in. That's like you just put your full binder right there. I don't even know if you can get out of that spin cycle. So what do you say to that? The first question is go look at the tight end. Go listen to the tight end preview, and Adam will give you a breakdown of position 5. Now let's get to the more important. He's completely wiped out.
So let me know if you guys got any questions.
Value is
every purchase you make or every $10 you spend, you get a bonus duck in for the 2 on top of whatever you get in. Whatever you purchase.
Yeah, you're right.
What I said about the position value is that Travis Kelce in his last.
Yeah, I wish I knew how much that Gronk card's worth, but it just I think 600 would be like the lowest I would ever take.
In 3 years where he's
because one of those cards I just like a lot.
He's been the number 1 tight end in all but one of those years. So I know he's going to have a positional win. But I think he needs to have one of those 18.5 or more point per game seasons. This is in PPR.
You guys got questions? Let me know. We got 16 spots left for the wide receiver duck race and 22 left for the running back duck race.
The tight end position was so bad. So even if he's at like 16.5, then then it's fine. I think that's what I'm saying. I disagree with that. I think he's got to have one of his amazing years. He's either great or amazing. If he's just great, I think you're losing too much in the first round. If he's amazing, and I think he'll be amazing, I think he's going to have one of those years because Tyreek Hill was there for most of those years. One of those years was an Alex Smith year. One of those years was the year that Patrick Mahomes got hurt and missed a couple of games. So for the most part, I think he's just amazing, and that's what I expect. But the positional advantage only works if he's in the ballpark as the other guys he's being drafted against, So he has to be in that ballpark.
Can I make an additional case though here?
Appreciate all the follows, guys. Let me know if you have any questions.
You're right, Adam. There are other factors at play here. For example, when I'm taking first-round picks, I do look at the things like anti-fragility, and I am concerned with: do I want to win my league here, or do I want to not lose my league here? And Travis Kelce is the perfect anti-fragility type pick because he, like I just mentioned a little bit earlier, hasn't missed a game in 9 seasons, with the exception of the COVID days. When you're drafting these running back side, yes, top range of outcomes, they will be outscoring Kelce by a lot of points. That's top range of outcomes. That is no injury. That's nothing. There's so many things, factors that can come into play there that throw him off that path that he's on. Kelce's path is tried and true. Kelce's path, we're seeing that thing. It's going to go in the direction we expect it to go to every time. The path of a running back is not always going to go in that direction every time. Even a receiver as well.
All right, this is Jack from Fort Pierce. Who do you think will be the next Josh Jacobs this year in a contract year?
So it has to be a contract year running back?
Yeah, let's get rid of that contract year thing.
Okay.
The next Josh Jacobs, I remember saying that 2 guys, if they get better offensive line play, could be that, and that's Joe Mixon and Najee Harris. I think Alexander Madison would also qualify.
I'm good with the first. I'm good with Mixon.
Let me know if you guys got any questions.
But I'm with you on Mixon. But then again, look, Josh Jacobs, how did he do? Right? Let's think of the whole profile. He did it on a bad team, pretty much. The Raiders, not a great offense, not a great offensive line. He did it because they have a great scheme for running. McDaniel, I think you mentioned this recently, Adam, on a podcast. You might have seen it on an article. Josh McDaniel has produced constant good teams from a running back standpoint. Running backs are constantly producing in his offensive system. Is that the case for Najee Harris in the Canada system? No. Matt Canada system? No, it's not. Mixon, not a great system for running backs in my opinion either. So I don't love either of those. You know who I could go with here, Adam, better than those two? Give me Ramondre Stevenson. Okay? Ramondre Stevenson at least is in that Belichick system. Tried and true. I don't really think he'll do it because I think he's going to lose targets in a Bill O'Brien system, and I think he's a bad buy because of that. But I'll throw him in there. ETN, we can throw ETN in there, right? You see really ETN could possibly do it. I think he's in the mix.
So ETN, yeah. I mean, look, I don't really put him in the Josh Jacobs category because, all right, so like I got this comment here from Captain Spock. I disagree on Mixon and Najee. They suck. Now, what I want to ask you, Captain Spock, is what do you think people said about Josh Jacobs a year ago? He was coming off 2 years where he averaged about 4 yards per carry.
I don't know if you guys got questions.
Scored a bunch of touchdowns, I think, 1 year. Just basically, he looked like Najee Harris. He looked like a guy who relied on touches. I think his offensive line was a lot better than we thought, and he just had a really good season. So that's why I didn't put ETN in there, because ETN is not – nobody's really doubting his talent. I think people were doubting Josh Jacobs after 2 very disappointing years in a row. So that's why I went with Mixon and Najee. It's got to be a guy where you're like, I don't know if he's that good, and then you see some potential that you never saw before. That's where I was coming from. All right, next question here. Oh, man, what a great comment we have here from John. I found your podcast on a trip to Reno, and you know who I missed? This is a long-time listener, sorry. Nando DeFino, the episode when Adam parked in a spot he wasn't supposed to. And you don't know that, Dan, but Nando, I was at his house on Sunday, by the way, birthday party. So that's all me saying hello. But Nando was, former member of our cast and everyone's best friend, a giant in the fantasy industry, now works at the Athletic. We shared parking spots in Fort Lauderdale with another company in the building that was on the first floor. We were on the second floor. And I don't know if I guess I parked in their spot. He printed out on their letterhead a nasty note.
That's amazing.
Put it on my windshield.
That's so good. That's so good by Nando.
Let me know if you guys have any questions.
And everything.
The letterhead. It was.
How'd you react? In the moment, I don't remember.
I feel like I figured it out.
Okay. I would have loved a quick freak out.
All right, I'll go fire through the rest of these emails here. I'm going to say, our Apple Podcast questions today, listen, I really respect and appreciate the reviews. They've been really kind and very helpful. I love it. It was about 90% of the questions. But I'll read them. This is from Adam. Dear Clayton, Case, and Kevin.
Clayton Kershaw, Case Keenum. No, that's actually taking it back. Clayton Tune, Case Keenum. Quarterbacks who play in that conference. Houston, Hawaii. No?
Sure.
No, they're not.
That's a great question. Would you take CeeDee Lamb and Tony Pollard at the 1-2 turn? Is that too much Cowboy for you?
That's way too much Cowboy for me, personally. Not just because I have Giant stuff behind me. I don't like that offense this year.
I like the offense. I'm not as concerned as Dan is. I think it's perfectly fine. The thing about them is, are they really going to spread it around a lot? I mean, Lamb is going to dominate targets, and Pollard, as of now, I think he's going to dominate touches.
The Mike McCarthy offense is just like spread them out, 11 personnel, not even spread them out, playing with the exact same depth, 11 personnel, and try to win one-on-one matchups. So we'll see if that happens. But
Schaefer figured out who the Kevin was.
Okay,
Kevin Cobb. I thought
are these all crappy quarterbacks or what?
I thought Dan was going to say Cole because he can't pronounce anyone's name.
No, I know Kevin Cobb, and my pronunciations are as good as not better than yours on a consistent basis. Yes, Adam, yours aren't great either.
Mm-hmm. You know why you think that? Because you think you pronounce everyone's name wrong. So you hear me say it right, and in your mind you go, oh, he's wrong. But actually, you're just wrong. Russell wants to know, Dan, are your rankings anywhere online? I tend to agree with your opinions most.
Well,
I don't know if you guys got questions on anything.
I love that comment, and I'm just a little shocked in a way that Adam put that up. usually he hides the comments that are good about me and just the good ones about him up. He's very selective in that regard. But Russell, actually, a few people have been asking me this lately. I don't do rankings on the site. What I might do this year, and I've told this to a few people, I might put together a little bit of like a draft guide with tiered rankings for each position. And then I'll color code it with players in targeting, players in avoiding, notes section, all that stuff, and I'll put it up for free on Twitter at some point. But that's dependent on time, and time has not been in my favor lately.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. Yeah. So here's the next question. It's from. I don't have a name here. Sorry. Dear John Elway, Mickey Mantle, Carmelo Anthony, and Ben Roethlisberger. If Mantle was what gave it away for me, they all were number 7. I have a few questions related to my 7-team long story PPR league and draft insurance 101. What should my approach be for quarterback and tight end in this 7-team league that usually doesn't draft backups at the position?
Well, you're dead set on not finding an 8th member. I don't know how you're going to play.
17. That's stupid.
Every week, but
I don't know if you guys got questions on anything. Probably gonna be on for probably another hour and 10 minutes. Probably gonna get off at 5. And there's only 6 ducks in for the 2 of us, so great chance to hit that as a little bonus.
Last round kicker, last round defense. I'm assuming you're playing that type of league. Second to last round quarterback. Third to last round.
Wait a sec, but you don't want to. No, I don't agree. I mean, I want to get a top 7 quarterback,
And I might get one there with that.
If they don't
take backups. Fine.
backups.
We wait till the round where you start to see your guys start to take backups, and you rack off like a Anthony Richardson, Dak Prescott stack.
No, that would be terrible in this league.
Why?
Because you're never gonna face Daniel Jones. You're never
No,
gonna.
Dan Jones is part of what I was drafted. These guys all have. Okay, you take 2 guys who can have upside and finish in the top 5.
I would make sure I had one of Mahomes, Hurts.
That counts the second round pick.
Fine. So what? Well, I'm gonna get anyone I want. Throughout the draft, you want to try to be. I think you want to try to be elite at every position if you can. And the problem is you can't. You're out on Kelsey. You can't take him number 1.
I'd rather just rack up depth at running back and receiver, and then I'm set there throughout the season.
I think you're gonna be set anyway. I mean, there's a waiver wire. It's a 17 league.
I'm not going to be set anyway for a top end.
If you're going with Dak Prescott and Anthony Richardson, you're at such a disadvantage, I think, against the Mahomes, Allen Hurts. Like, I would take one of them.
I won't keep track. It would be 2 high upside guys, like a 2 of Richardson or Richardson Jones. Like that.
All right. Next up, it's a keeper question. I'm going to skip it. Sorry. This is from Jacob. He's got a concept called the Royal Rumble. Tell me what you think about this. It's a quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receiver, tight end, super flex. Every Wednesday, prior to Thursday Night Football, I roll a 6-sided dice, which will decide what position player will need to be chosen for the Royal Rumble. That player, so a 1 is a quarterback, a 2 and a 3 is a running back, a 4 and a 5 is a wide receiver, and a 6 is a tight end. That position will be your super flex. That player will go head-to-head against your opponent's super flex. Whoever
What's up, Max? How you
scores
doing, man?
between the 2 is eliminated and removed from the league permanently.
Why permanently? It could just be for that year, right?
Yeah. I think
Every time I have a deep database of people you can pick to come to the league, you just eliminating banning people from life, like left and right here. It's a good concept. I like it better.
How you been, man? Good week?
What? Who's the last man standing wins the league?
I guess so.
So that league's over in how many weeks? 12 weeks?
Yeah, you should probably get more managers.
Well, you're banned for life after that. So, it's an okay idea. I've heard better, I'm going to be completely honest with you, especially recently.
I mean, I just don't understand.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy for work. Slow on whatnot, but pretty busy for work.
All one player
But
versus one player.
Get a nice
right?
2-week
There's
vacation
time.
away.
That's a good point, yeah.
You can never, if you're doing this,
So I'm
league,
very
you
excited
can't
for that.
Just be weak in position. You can't be like, oh, I'll just take.
Yeah, you never draft a second player in a position. You go all 4 positions first. You go 1 by 1 in each position for sure.
Going down to my family's Cape House for a week, and then we're going to New York for a night. Then we're going to somewhere in Pennsylvania.
right, Daniel. Be
Forget the
happy to
town
know.
for the weekend, and then we're going to
Be
Philly.
happy to know.
So we're going to be all over the
Airplane
place.
30 minutes, so I've got to get going.
Be in
here.
Philly for a couple days.
Pick up the pace a little bit. Austin from Las Vegas has the 101 in his 12-team Dynasty Superflex startup draft. Is Mahomes the guy?
So not much of a relaxing week, 2 weeks, but the Cape will be relaxing. The rest of it will be go, go, go.
From Paul Moore.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I love the Cape. I spend so much time on the Cape in the summer.
It's a mock draft board that Adam has up.
Definitely my favorite. Chatham's wicked nice, too.
So Dave's whole thing is
We go to Yarmouth. I don't know if you know where that is, but we go to South Yarmouth.
typically like every running back heavy. If you look a few spots over, you'll see my team where I have guys like Daniel Bellinger and like old Giants tight ends and old Giants players who's a full Giants team down the board. So basically, Adam was making fun of us one day and had a little fun with that draft board. Hasn't updated it since. I do expect you to take some time out and put up a 2023 version of this.
Oh, absolutely.
So, you know, if you guys got any questions at all?
But, like you would have like me in that board. I would want you to put like ETN as my first round pick and stuff like that.
So Barkley was Dan's first round pick, then Kadarius Toney, Ezekiel Elliott, Daniel Jones, Odell Beckham, Breece Hall, Daniel Bellinger, Tyrod Taylor. He took a backup quarterback in round 8. Tyrod Taylor. Kyle,
I have to be sure to get the Giants passing.
you drafted Kyle Juszczyk, not sure why. Sterling Shepard. Oh yeah, I gave you Drake London.
I feel like you also gave me like what's his name, Larry Donnell, or like an old Giants tight end somewhere on there.
I gave you Ricky Seals Jones.
Ricky Seals Jones didn't even make the roster.
All right, this is from Big Churs. Hey, Otto, Maurice, and Reggie.
No idea. Not gonna do it.
Pet scheme, PPR league. The commissioner this year has proposed that because the running back position is so scarce, we should replace it with a second flex. I tried convincing my league that this is a terrible idea. Now they want to put it to a vote. I'm scared I may lose. What are your thoughts on making the running back position a flex instead?
Not the first time I've heard this. Not the first time. I've heard of leagues all flex. I think it takes a lot of strategy out of the game. I don't really enjoy this at all. I think part of the strategy is the fact that it is a scarce position. Some people are going to attack that in the sense.
So let me know if you guys got any questions on anything running the duck races.
Well, it's
You got the wide receiver one for the top row, middle row is running back. $10 to get into that. You get one jersey card where you get your duck, and then you get 5 pulls from the NFL box where you can hit one of the slabs on the bottom. Every card's a jersey card, and you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks on the back. Goes same thing for the blue. Just pick what you like, wide receiver or running back better. So just let me know if you guys got questions. Also, we only have 4 mystery packs left, and 2 of them still have slabs.
Rugrats reference. I would have gotten it
I think I
immediately.
got Rugrats. I know. Look, I'm not good with references. We all know that by this point. And track reference speaks for itself. It's part of the program. It's already on the show.
Let me know if you guys want to see anything. Everything is $10 except the mystery packs are $20. So $10 gets you a jersey card, and you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks, and then you get 5 pulls from the NFL box. You can do 2 pulls from the jersey box, 13 pulls from the regular box, or 6 pulls from the numbered box for $10.
All right, next one is from Joey Woods. He's got our number here. Dave is like the cool older brother. Jamie is the nerdy uncle who might sneak you a drink when you're 18. Keith is the brother who moved to Portland, won't stop talking about craft beer and local bands.
That one's a bet so far.
Adam is the little brother who won't stop talking and is constantly getting laughed at for being himself. Parentheses baked burger. LOL. The other day,
Nair apparently isn't notable enough to get a write-up.
it's true. I tried the baked burger with a turkey burger. Wasn't that bad. 3.5 out of 5.
The fact that you guys do this is just despicable, honestly. Burgers are not meant to be baked. Straight point up. But you know what?
Made your point. This is your favorite rant. You made your point. All right.
Not my favorite rant.
This is from player XXXX. Okay, I'm keeping Lamar Jackson in round 10. Should I stack with Mark Andrews or draft Kelsey in the first round? So I think he means like Andrews in the third round.
No, Kelsey, because then you're going to be mad at when someone takes Andrews, a few picks before you unexpectedly, and now your strategy was to stack. Just go.
This is from Eric in San Diego. Who should I keep in my 10-team league, which gives a point for first down and a point for every 3 receptions? I can keep McCaffrey with my first round pick, Kelsey in the second round, and Garrett Wilson in the 7th round. I'm going Garrett Wilson. I'm gonna take a shot there. 12-team non-PPR salary cap league, $200 budget.
Oh, sorry.
I'm keeping Garrett Wilson for $1.
So let me know if you guys got questions on
Joe
anything.
Burrow for 7, Damian Pierce for 12, AJ Brown for 28, Tyreek Hill for 30.
See, back that one up real quick and give me the prices. And this is one quarterback, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, prices.
And it's non-PPR, and it's $200. Joe Burrow for 7, Damian Pierce for 12, AJ Brown for 28, Tyreek Hill for 30.
I think I'm Pierce 12 personally.
I feel like that was going to be my last one.
Yeah, this is how I do it with these salary cap.
So let me know if you guys got any questions on anything. We got the duck races going. We got 4 mystery packs with 2 slab chasers left in them. Pull boxes. Got the slab giveaway going today too.
What did Burrow go for in our? Oh, that was a $100 cap lead.
Yeah, I think this is a good
It's like
value.
okay, it's okay.
It's
No such thing as a great value at quarterback.
It's non-PPR, which I think if it's 6 point per passing touchdown non-PPR, that makes quarterbacks stand out a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. I missed this. Okay, we can go Burrow, I guess.
I don't know if it's 4 point, I probably would.
I'd rather have Pierce.
All right, Jake in Washington, thank you for the question. This is from Sib7.
Civ 7?
Sibs.
You ever play the Civilization game time?
No.
So good. Civ 3.
I'm sure if I said, dear 3 characters from Civ 3, you'd have no idea what I was talking about.
No, I wouldn't because it's not a character-based game.
Civ 7 is in a dynasty league. Am I totally crazy for considering a Justin Jefferson trade? I would give up Jefferson, Pirine, and Michael Wilson, Calvin Ridley, James Cook, Jordan Addison, and 2 first rounders.
Yes, don't do it. Don't do it.
It's a good haul.
No, that's a haul from somebody who's trading to win now, and then those first rounders can be back in first round picks where you get the Sky Moors of the world. That's right. All right, don't do it. Justin Jefferson's too high.
This is from Connor. Should I keep Jalen Hurts in the 5th or Amon St. Brown in the 6th? Half PPR.
One QB, I assume.
Max, really? No. No.
I think it's excitement. Only a future hashtag for trend change. Change at the start of a long whose conclusion is Thursday why results upon non-believers. Things like Bill Barnes' pathetic criticism, or he must be a major disappointment to your parents. Or my personal favorite is Simon. Buttface. You know who's going to be the toilet bowl champion this year? Not me.
You're not trying to be the
Join me
flyest
on this
person just for the sake of being fly
It's
for no reason. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I got something to do.
Ultimate
I
track.
gotta go to work. I got you know what I'm saying? I gotta provide.
I hope this
So let me know if you guys got any questions on anything.
Welcome to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Jason Moore and Mike Wright.
Oh, welcome in. What did you want something? Are there games today? Wow. Still football time. Yeah, this is still football time. Welcome into the show. It doesn't happen every time there's a game, Jason. We don't do it on Mondays. Okay, all right. I don't know. Look, I'm still learning the rules. It's the start of the week.
You got something yesterday.
Got a little bit of something.
You had a question mark
Yeah.
on it, but you got something.
Yeah, and we got something yesterday, just a little bit.
Just a taste. It'll be okay. We'll have real football time soon enough.
Welcome in one and all to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Mike Wright, Jason Moore, Andy Holloway. Back with you. You can find us over on at the FF Ballers. You can find us on YouTube if you, those of you watching, hello, greetings. YouTube.com/The Fantasy Footballers. Subscribe, click the bell. We've got a live stream coming up, a very special one. You're going to want to be notified.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you more than that.
We will later.
Yeah, I mean,
But as of today, just go click the bell.
UltimateDraftKit.com. I mean, you can listen to this show and be prepared for your draft, but you can take it to the next level and pick up the draft kit, the cheat sheet creator, import your league settings, and go to your draft with a plan. And that's what we want you to do. Check that out at UltimateDraftKit.com. Quick reactions to last night's games before we get into the news. And we are doing a mock draft on today's show. It's going to be a battle because we are drafting 4, 5, 6, and it's a 10-team, 3-wide receiver PPR mock draft live. Not sure I feel great being in the middle of both. I'm like, there is no situation where I will not be sniped.
Every single time you go to picks, someone will be sniping right before you.
That's
It's
correct.
fantastic.
But last night we had a couple of football games. Saw C.J. Stroud get run all over the place. Threw an interception. Faced that pass rush in New England.
It's over.
James Mills looked
over.
pretty good.
Send Stroud to the bench. It's done.
The general.
The career is done.
The rookies last night were the highlight for me. In both games, you saw good things from Jordan Addison, great things from Tank Dell.
Yep.
And, Zach Charbonnet didn't get a ton of work. He was fine. He had one kind of, I think, impressive physical play that caught your eye. And then you love to see the coaches' comments after the game, to me, stood out, where, Kevin O'Connell coming out and talking about Ty Chandler, the backup to Alexander Madison, or battling to be the backup. And then you saw comments from Pete Carroll kind of positive towards Zach Charbonnet, although he did play behind DJ Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned most of the takeaways.
Got them all.
To me, it
What's
was
left, Jay?
Tank Dell and Ty Chandler. Those were the two takeaways. I'm going to keep my eyes on Tank Dell. You've got to really focus your eyes on him so you don't miss, because he is poquito. But
He's a smaller fellow.
he's a small guy, but he looked good. I mean, he's a talented wide receiver. You just don't ever really buy into someone of that archetype succeeding for fantasy football just because it's never happened. But he is really good, and he looked the part against NFL defenders. And then, Ty Chandler, he certainly got the job opportunity given to him to be that next back.
And looked really good.
Yeah, the coach was very happy with him after the game. 29 yards through the air, 41 yards on the ground. It was pretty good.
So, if you guys got questions on anything?
No, my biggest watch for this was I wanted to see how the Vikings backups handled, and Ty Chandler. It wasn't just running the ball. I mean, the Kevin O'Connell quote was essentially, "We love to see it. He's picking up yards where there wasn't even yards to be picked up." He looked pretty good in pass protection as well. Alexander Madison was held out. I think Nwangwu is currently hurt. He's kind of the other threat to be the backup. But when you show out on tape, when the lights are on like that makes a big impression on your coach.
All right, let's talk news.
News and notes from around the league, presented by USAA Insurance.
Well, we don't have adductorindex.com, but George Kittle would be on it, dealing with a strain in camp, expected to be sidelined for the next week. Already had a groin injury, last August? Missed some games due to that. We're part of the resume of
It is.
George Kittle at this point. Doesn't play complete seasons.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to use the brittle word. Won't do it.
But it rhymes.
But people have done it.
And then I wanted to mention this. We didn't talk about it yesterday.
It's just something to
Yeah,
pay
I don't.
attention.
It's hard because I don't want to overstate it and I don't want
Correct.
to understate it. But Joe Mixon has 2 legal situations still to be. They still need to figure out what's going on with both of them. He had a situation at his home where somebody that was at his residence fired a weapon, shot somebody. There was a civil lawsuit attached. Hit the foot.
Oh, got hit in
Hit
the foot.
foot,
Okay.
yeah. You can go read what took place and transpired. Joe Mixon being represented in a civil lawsuit as somebody that was partially responsible for that event. And then there is a second trial and event that is taking place with regards to, and I don't know all the details, Mike, but it was a brandishing accusation, intimidation type of thing with a weapon. So a couple weapon-related things with Joe Mixon that I don't currently think they're going to impact this season.
This is the one that's going to trial. Kyle, hopefully you can correct me if I'm wrong. This was the weird one where it was over the off season, where that it was simply a threat of a firearm. Then it was perhaps it was actually a brandishing of a firearm.
It's a misdemeanor charge menacing.
Yeah,
Allegations of putting a gun in a woman back in
and then the police looked into it, and then they dropped the case. So we all kind of moved on, but they said at the time, we're dropping the case. To gather more information, and it has since opened back up. So there is a jury trial scheduled for Monday, the 14th. So it's something to keep an eye on. And generally speaking, for the NFL, they wait until things have fully transpired in the legal system before they come down and do something. So I don't know how.
If you guys got any questions on
this
anything,
will move on Monday if this is a vote to go to trial or not. Again, certainly not lawyers. Definitely our least favorite part of this job is having to sort through this and figure this stuff out. But it's information that people need to be aware of. There is a situation going on.
if you guys got questions, running a giveaway, probably the last one for the day, but doing a duck race, 16 spots left, and then we also are doing a free slab giveaway for the tour today. If you have questions, just let me know.
Travion Williams, Trace Brown, Chris Evans.
What is with these cars today?
They did fill out that back. Couple of hype train pieces. I mean, I don't know if it's worthy of the actual. Well, yeah, it is.
The Eagles won definitely.
So let's start there, and then I'll circle back to the Buffalo situation. But a lot of reports out of camp regarding the running back room.
If you guys got questions, right now it's going to be a very easy giveaway. 5 people in here and one in the giveaway.
Increasingly been the team's early down back. He's had more than double the early down touches in training camp than any other running back. He's catching passes. The reports coming out of Eagles beat writer Seamus Clancy says he's had a much stronger camp than any other back. Vast majority of first team carries. So when you look at the landscape in Philadelphia, you have 2 players that were brought in on 1-year contracts: Rashad Penny, DeAndre Swift. You have incumbents in Kenneth Gainwell, who got play last year alongside Miles Sanders and company,
especially in the playoffs.
You got Boston Scott in the picture, and then you have Trey Sermon, who was actually on the roster last year. And if
you guys got questions on anything,
about Trey Sermon, they're not treating him like somebody on the roster level. They're giving them opportunities. In fact, Rashad Penny, I think, has the second fewest first team opportunities at this point. So this is kind of a red alert situation.
It is.
They listed 5 backs as their number 1 running back.
I don't know who the one person in the giveaway is, but you're looking pretty good right now.
Because it looks like everybody's normal depth chart. Who's the quarterback 1? Who's the quarterback 2? And then at running back, they just got rid of all the positions and put 5 players with slashes. They're all the same.
So what jumps out to me, and you agree with this, but like Rashad Penny, DeAndre Swift draft investments, which they've been the higher draft investments, they seem extremely risky. Like, I think we could have a surprise cut of DeAndre Swift. Like, that type of thing could happen, because right now he looks like they're basically saying he's getting less and less involved throughout the training camp.
What's up, JPD? Figured I'm running a giveaway.
Be a third down.
There wasn't really anybody in it, so I figured I'd shoot you guys out.
I wonder if Kenneth Gainwell is going to be the back to own.
Yeah.
There's like one person in it. I'm like, oh god.
Possibility that there isn't a back to roster here, because if Kenny Gainwell is more of the between the 20s type of running back, he's not going to score enough fantasy points. I think they might just have a massive rotation here, and we'll have to wait and see. They're not all of these players are going to make the roster, so I think the way that one beat reporter put it was with Rashad Penny, he is either really on the roster bubble and might not make the team, or they're so confident that he is their one.
I know, only 3 people? Jeez.
That was his
It has
takeaway,
been
and
a
it's like,
slow Friday.
no one knows. No one has any idea what this rotation
Yeah, 100%.
looks like right now.
Yeah,
He was in here first, so he's been here for a while. I feel like he deserves it.
Doubt over, all of these players, and they could certainly get by with a more Kansas City Chiefs.
Let me know if you guys got any questions. Got the duck race going.
These are the 2
What's up,
Super Bowl
TJ?
teams, and they both don't
Got the
really
duck race
have
going for the. We got a wide receiver duck race and then a running back duck race. And also the mystery packs today. There's 4 left and 2 slab chasers left, so 50% chance on those.
I agree. We don't. This is seems like it's a bigger mess.
Let me know if you have
than we
questions.
hoped for. I've made some adjustments.
We got about
I've
40
tried to
seconds
do
left on the
Rashad
giveaway,
Penny
and there's
in
only
off-season,
5 people now.
and I have to slowly back away.
Picking up a little bit.
With the information we currently have.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
DeAndre Swift is still
It's probably be the last one of the day. Probably going to be on for another 45 minutes, and we're doing a free 2 a slab. If you make a purchase, you get a bonus duck into that on top of whatever you purchase.
You can't spend a 6th round on DeAndre Swift with this type of information.
So that'll be around about 45 minutes. Every purchase or every $10 you spend gets you a free duck in that. But we got the duck race for the wide receiver for the top row, running back for the blue row, $10 to get in for that. You get a jersey card pull, and then 5 pulls from the NFL box included in the duck race. Good luck, everybody. TJ taking it down. Let me know what number you want.
Jason laid out because Gainwell does have pass catching in his profile. Like Rashad Penny, he's never.
What is it? 2 boy stream? Are they breaking?
Kenny Gainwell can get it done in all aspects.
Let me know if you guys got any questions. We got the duck race going. So every card in the duck race box is a jersey card, and you get anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks. So you're guaranteed 1 duck and a jersey card, and then on top of every duck purchase, you get 5 pulls from here. So you can hit one the Montgomery, Akers, Gabe Davis, or Tony. You get to pull it.
Yep. And now let's move on to the running back room.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. There's probably like 50 in here.
Lately, knee injury. But when you look at
Probably like 50 in there.
Jason,
for that. But duck race, we got the wide receiver for the top row and running back for the middle row. And then the mystery packs, they're $20, and there's 4 left, and 2 of them have slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We got a Marcus Mariota rookie jersey and no slab chaser, but congrats on the win, man.
They don't care about our fantasy football hierarchy or who we think can contribute.
And let me know if you guys got any questions. We got the duck races going, mystery packs. Yeah, no problem, man. We got a ton of stuff in the bite now. If you guys want to see anything, just let me know.
Got it done in practice. Huge play. I mean, 71-yard touchdown in practice the other day. Chunk play after chunk play.
He's 33.
Yeah.
How is he ripping off a 71-yard touchdown? Is this the drill?
So it was like a break for like memorabilia?
At this point
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually done one of those.
He's had spurts of value in New Orleans and in Denver. Like, it's looking right now like Latavius Murray is going to have a real opportunity.
Rami, are you the new CSUM?
And he's fully irrelevant for your fantasy leagues as far as drafting him. But what that does.
So let me know if you guys got questions. Duck races, 16 spots left for the wide receiver duck race. Get a jersey card and anywhere from 1 to 3 ducks on the back. For the top row, running back, same thing, just middle row. There you go. I know, I got to get into some of those memes. I've always wanted to open one of like the jersey boxes. The ones that look like cereal, I think those are pretty cool. Forget what they're called.
Touchdowns inside the, in the green zone. Is that
just a risk? Because like, who knows what you're gonna get?
Because in training camp right now, it looks like it's not. Now you can get touchdowns from, 10 yards out, 20 yards out, 40 yards out, and I think you'll see some of those. But if Latavius Murray keeps playing as well as he has been playing in camp, then when they get down near the goal line, it's going to be the
Let me know if you guys got questions.
It could leave Damian Harris in a precarious situation too. If Murray's the goal line and James Cook is getting a lot of Damian Harris is not going to catch passes. No. So then you're getting some spelling of James Cook snaps. And
Yep. It's a situation we will be keeping an eye on, and I would just throw out. You're playing Dynasty.
I know. I gotta get into some breaks
Damian
soon.
Murray would
I'm looking forward to the new mosaic.
People had to make cuts.
I just don't like anything with college
I'm
uniforms.
sure if Latavius was on my team, I'd be like, oh, easy. That's an easy cut.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll have to check
Get
them out.
here. But he might be there.
And then that's whoever got. Do you know what you're getting for memorabilia, or is it just a surprise, like it's a box?
The Fantasy
up, NSA?
Footballers Mock Draft.
Oh boy, that was an intentional sound. That was an.
It was a roar.
Yeah, that was a little bit lazy on the roar stuff.
I'm reserved, dude.
Sometimes Lions are sleepy.
Preseason levels.
Yes, it was a preseason.
We are hopping into a mock draft live on the show today, head to head. 3 of us going at it. 10-team draft. First time we've done a mock draft 10-team format. We've had that request. Also doing a full PPR, not a half PPR, and we're throwing 3 wide receivers into the starting lineup along with 2 running backs, a quarterback, a tight end, and a flex for a bench. So it's gonna be a little
Let me know
different.
if you guys want to see anything.
It's going to be a little different. I'm starting at the 4 spot. And the fact that it's full PPR right now, we could say that the draft started with Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, and Austin Eckler, which in a full PPR, those are 3 likely picks up top. Now, sitting here at the 4, I have to decide between, to me, it's Jamar Chase or Cooper Kupp. In a full PPR, Cooper Kupp, he should be the wide receiver 1. But
He's running.
He's running. He's back. But since he carries a little bit more risk with the risk of Matthew Stafford staying healthy without a good offensive line and his own injuries coming back from, the injury last season, having the injury currently, I can't take that risk when Jamar Chase is sitting there. So I will select Jamar Chase. Yeah, I know you wanted him.
I did want to jump in real quick and just talk about the difference between half and full PPR and how certain fantasy wide receivers do perform differently based on those formats. Where Christian Watson, Deontay Johnson, Gabe Davis, Josh Palmer, we looked at their performance. There were only 5 wide receivers that shifted more than 3 spots based on the format change.
Oh, that's interesting.
Those were those guys. Christian Watson, in full, he was down 6
Just
spots.
say he moved down because it was one catch.
A big play guy. Whereas like someone like Deontay Johnson, 7 spots better in a full PPR because he's a possession type of receiver. Gabe Davis makes perfect sense. You bring him into a half or a standard format, the value goes up. Gabe Davis makes big plays.
Gabe the babe.
And then like Josh Palmer is 5-spot difference, better in full. Adam Thielen better in full. You got to break it down by that big play versus
Moved like
possession.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
31 to 36, Mike. The Adam Thielen, like the turning on Adam Thielen, it's ageism. You're both guilty of it. There's no need to be that. You used to like the guy.
I love Adam Thielen.
And then it's not like you had
I love Adam Thielen.
lies.
Not for
Dirty
fantasy.
lies.
Not for fantasy. I hate Adam Thielen for fantasy in 2023 because he's the only reason is because he's not going to be good for fantasy. I love Adam Thielen, man, and I have been a big proponent of him for fantasy when he was good.
Yeah, Andy's voice tells me he didn't draft Adam Thielen last year.
So, yeah, and you pretending like he had 50 spots difference from where he finished tells me you did.
Yeah, I did.
So that's how that's like the retrospective ADP is based on your biases. Jason went with Jamar Chase. The only question mark around Chase is whether Joe Burrow will be out there in week 1. There's a brand new injury blitz podcast, 33 minutes long.
Oh, it's beefy.
From Matthew Betts that just hit our Patreon at jointhefoot.com. Was listening this morning. He threw shade on the idea that Cincinnati came out and thought it was a grade 1 injury for Joe Burrow. He says that's hogwash. It's definitely a grade 2 injury. So it's very questionable whether he'll be back and ready to go.
Okay.
So that could put Jamar Chase in a different quarterback category for a couple of weeks. But look, Jamar Chase is just too good of a ceiling to pass on there. I actually am having a hard time right here. It's not Cooper Kupp. I'm not worried about Cooper Kupp right here. I'm not going to take him because I have Tyreek Hill ranked higher than Cooper Kupp. I don't have to worry about the injury situation. I don't have to worry about a fragile line and a fragile quarterback and a fragile hamstring. So, well, maybe the fragile quarterback. But Tyreek Hill I have ranked higher, so he would be the pick here as 3 wide receiver. However, I am facing a dilemma. It's a 10-team league. I like the value of having the premium tight end when you're in a 10-team format because it's just even more of an advantage than it is in a 12 or 14-team league. Travis Kelsey at 105 as a marked advantage above you two gentlemen. It's interesting.
What's up,
Well,
Hotchkiss?
that's what I'm debating: is the Tyreek Hill versus Travis.
You're not
Kelce.
related to a Brendan, are you?
I figured because of the 10-team format here that.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
Selecting Kelsey, it is one of those things where every team is going to be a little bit better than what you're used to seeing in 12-team leagues, and so you really do need the positional difference makers who will give you an advantage over other teams.
I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill. I'm going to let the 3 wide receiver format win it out for me. It's just such an expensive pick for Travis Kelsey. Thought long and hard about it, but Jason has Jamar Chase. I'm going to take Tyreek Hill here at the 105 and hand that Kelsey baton to Mike. See what he wants to do here, whether he goes with Cooper Kupp or not.
I knew as soon as Eckler was the number 3 pick, I knew I would just get whoever was left over of the big wide receivers. So now I just have to worry about is Cooper Kupp number 1 or number 2.
All right, the rest of the first round, Kelsey went right after our 3 wide receiver picks. Then CeeDee Lamb, who's been having an
Let me know if you guys got questions. We got the duck race going today. We also got the free slab. So every purchase you make gets you a bonus duck into the Tua race.
All right, we're through one round. Full PPR, 10-team, 3 wide receiver, mock draft. Jason has Jamar Chase. I have Tyreek Hill. Mike has Cooper Kupp. And here we go in the second round. Saquon off the board first, then Patrick Mahomes, Nick Chubb, and A.J. Brown. We are back. Mike is on the clock. Someone to pair with Cooper Kupp.
So I am really struggling here with this pick, which sounds a little bit ridiculous, but let me explain. So in my rankings, now maybe this is tough here. It's Devontae Adams is clearly my highest ranked wide receiver. He's sitting at wide receiver 8 for me, and yet I find myself struggling. Do I go with him or because it's the PPR? Do I take the safety of Amon-Ra and eliminate the hullabaloo of the Raiders and Jimmy Garoppolo? And I know Andy, you're strongly, you would just be like, yep, Devontae Adams.
The full PPR and I'm very bullish on Amon-Ra as well. So I'm very comfortable with whoever you decide to take.
And then at the running back position, like because it's 3 wide receiver, full PPR with the flex. This is if you are gonna go with a hero RB or a 0 RB build. This is where you do it. This is exactly where you do it. But Tony Pollard is there. I think he's going to catch a whole bunch of passes as well. And I feel very comfortable with him. And I guess there is a little bit of discomfort going with Devontae Adams, which is one of those things that could be very, very silly in about 4 weeks. But I'm going to take Tony Pollard here. Yes.
Well, that's great because Jason.
Let me know if you guys got questions.
The situation is, and I'm going to take Devontae Adams in the second round. So Jason will be able to select who he desires. What are the fist pumps?
The fist pumps are for Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Nice.
I mean, he's in PPR for me. He's clearly the highest ranked guy here. He's ahead of a lot of people that would usually go ahead of him. I think in a full PPR 3 wide receiver to get Amon-Ra in the second is a delight. I was worried because to me there was Devontae Adams and there was Amon-Ra. I would have taken Amon-Ra over Devontae Adams just for the whole avoiding the chance that the Raiders implode.
Yeah, I mean, last year Devontae Adams had 44 more targets than Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm very cozy with Adams. I think I would have been cozy with.
Let me know if you
Amon-Ra
guys got any questions.
Through 2 rounds, Mike has Cup and Pollard. The only one of
Got the duck race going. Probably going to be on for another like 30 minutes, and then we're going to be running the duck race in about 30 minutes for the Tua.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. The rest of the second round went 3 running backs. Unfortunately,
I would say you have a 50% chance to be correct, JPD.
in this mock draft.
I feel like you go for it, man, right? Mystery pack, you get 2 ducks in for the Tua.
Okay. The tier is like, we got to take the chance on him now at the back of the second, but every time I'm looking at those guys, I'm like, right now, no thank you.
Jalen Waddle, Garrett Wilson, and Jalen Hurts off the board in the 3rd round. Jason, I can tell you right now, I hate being in between both of you two, because at every moment I get to listen to an
There's
analysis.
a good
of
shot
when
at
you're
that.
Taking my player.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make your selection, Mr.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair,
You should
man.
already know who I am selecting. This is an automatic for me this year. The fact that it's a 10-team league,
I thought about it in a second because I'm mapping it out. We're headed back out in the 3rd round, and Jason's in front of me, and I know that if I don't take that player here, I'm not going to get it.
Yeah, the positional advantage. There are only
Yeah, definitely. There's only 6 people in for it, so it's going to be a easy win.
Happier to have Mark Andrews paired with Jamar Chase in the first than I would have been, Travis Kelce and what wide receivers left on the board right now. It would have been T. Higgins or something like that.
I would have taken Mark Andrews, and I haven't done that very much, but in this format in the 3rd round,
Start looking at you funny, yeah.
I would have taken him. So we're right on schedule with the round by round.
I still got a pack for this vacation,
However,
so
it does leave me with.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Running back on the board, especially in a full PPR. I'm sorry, but I'm taking Ramondre Stevenson in the 3rd round.
Because for those tracking, because we get the people, we're like tracking the mock draft and looking at the rankings. It's like, Mike, you have Ramondre so much, you have a few spots higher than Tony Pollard. Yeah, I do. But Ramondre Stevenson, I was playing a little bit of a gamble that Ramondre was going to drop to me with my next pick. So
it almost worked.
It almost worked.
All the way back to one spot.
Yeah, I would agree with Rummy. Just bring a bunch of bathing suits, you're set.
Because we had a show last week, top 10 running backs. There were YouTube comments and tweets and exasperated individuals because, look, Mike's got Ramondre at 3, so he likes it better than these players. But talk about what you just said. Just because you have him ranked at 3 where you think he will finish the season doesn't mean that you just draft him ahead of other players.
Absolutely. I don't mind. Like, if you're out there and you're as bullish on Ramondre as I am, I don't care about it. Take him in the 2nd round. That's perfectly fine. But you have to know what's going on in the market. You have to use the ADP to your advantage because it would be ending up with Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I see. I can pack a bunch of dirty clothes because I got a washer machine down the Cape, but
if
trying not to do that.
There at 2.5, there is a 0.0 chance that I get Tony Pollard and Ramondre Stevenson, where I took the gamble. It didn't work out, but I do have a decent percentage chance if I'm targeting both those running backs. I can get them both, but I definitely can if I start with.
Yeah, you too, man.
Even though he's ranked higher for me, he's lower in the ADP. So you gotta. These are you pick your spots where you want to take these chances.
You were one Andy away from Ramondre in the 3rd, being able to stack those 2 players, but you can't. So Cooper Kupp, Tony Pollard, and Olave is on the board.
Yes, he is, but not anymore. That was the only thing that gave me comfort. In the moment was like, oh, Ramondre's going to drop to me. I honestly thought, man, if I played the game and Ramondre drops to me and Olave did drop to me, I would have had an existential crisis with that 3rd round pick.
Staring them both down.
But you made it easier for me. Chris Olave there as my runner-up for the 3rd round. I love Chris Olave.
talked about it a lot. He was outpacing Garrett Wilson as a rookie. He just happened to miss a few games. His yards per route run, targets per route run are like truly in the elite category. I think by next year, we're talking about Olave as one of the true elite wide receivers.
Also, beat writers talking about contested catches becoming a part of his repertoire in camp this year.
Yeah, his in the again training camp, got to filter everything, but everything has been incredibly positive for Mr. Olave.
Well, after Olave in the third round, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow back to back, and T. Higgins, Burrow's teammate, DK Metcalf. I had some dreams of Metcalf sliding all the way back. They're dead. Devontae Smith went next, and then a trifecta of running backs: ETN, Brees Hall, and Najee Harris. So, Mike, three running backs went off the board real quick. You are back on the clock with the fifth pick of the fourth round.
I'm going to take a pick.
Appreciate it, Rummy. You too, man.
Our own Kyle Borgononi is probably screaming, "Don't do it! Don't do it!
Right.
I hate this player." But it's Mr. Keenan Allen. It is the quintessential PPR. Him and Amon-Ra St. Brown are the PPR bros. I definitely have some real fragility on this roster build going with Cooper Kupp and Keenan Allen, two of the not young wide receivers in the NFL, but I still believe that they have at least one more year left.
We're in a three wide receiver league, still two running backs, quarterback, tight end, flex. This is the position in a three wide receiver league where I'm actually not looking to fill my third wide receiver, especially in a 10 team. Like, if the player's there that jumps off that I have to have, sure. But there's a lot of wide receivers I still love. I love Debo Samuel. I love Ridley. I love DJ Moore. I think that I can fill that third spot and prioritize a very difficult position to fill at running back here. If Ramondre wasn't on the board at 305, let's say Jason took him at 304, my pick would have been rookie Jahmyr Gibbs. He's on the board at 406 here in a full PPR.
That would be a great pick.
And so Stevenson Gibbs.
Oh, you took him.
Yeah, after going Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams, to me, is a brilliant start in this. If I say so myself.
Yeah.
Just a brilliant, magnificent start. So I'm really happy with that. I want to hand it back to Jason. Here he is, Chase, Amon-Ra, and Mark Andrews.
Yeah, and so I was looking at a couple of running backs that I really hoped got back to me. It was Jahmyr Gibbs and Joe Mixon. For my specific team, I would usually take Jahmyr Gibbs first. He's younger, more explosive, and this is a full PPR. He's a pass-catching monster. However, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I really didn't want to go that heavy in my first four picks.
Even with your earlier Lion Roar?
Yeah, even with that roar, I mean, it's, I get it. You would
False
think.
advertising. False roaring.
But we talked about it. Joe Mixon was on pace for like 100 targets in this game played last year. They lose Samaje Perine. I know he's got the legal stuff we talked about, but at this point in the fourth round, when I don't
know
have
if you
a
guys
running
got
back
questions.
to take, a star like that, I will take Joe Mixon.
All right, Joe Mixon to Jason's roster, Kenneth Walker, Debo.
You're bangled up over there, Jay.
Yeah, I am, and it's ironic because I talked about Amon-Ra and Jahmyr Gibbs not wanting them. It's the difference between what I believe in the Bengals versus the Lions. I think both are good, but the Bengals are clearly a better offense.
Technically, the Roar also works with the Bengals, so you're in good shape. Debo, Aaron Jones.
It was right there for
I know,
you, Jay.
I
You could
know.
have said it wasn't a Lion.
All right, Justin Fields, first pick of the fifth round. T.J. Hawkinson, Amari Cooper, Jason back on the clock. Some of the top running backs by ADP right now. One of them, he didn't play last night.
Good.
Because he's the dude. And Devin Singletary did. Damian Pierce.
I think that we didn't bring that up at the beginning, but that is definitely a signal to follow. That much like Alexander Madison did not play for the Minnesota Vikings, Damian Pierce didn't play. And
what's up, Weekend Pauls? How you doing, man?
Yeah.
All right, Jason, you are sitting here with Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, two wide receivers. You got a tight end in Andrews, and just picked up Mason.
Yeah, this is the round where I think that the value at quarterback to take a really difference making, we talked about a 10 team. You've got to have those positional advantages. I'm just trying to decide between two quarterbacks that I love. Usually Lamar Jackson is off the board.
You're going double onesie.
I'm going double onesies when I it's a third and a fifth, and I think both are actually good values. They will. I think they'll make a big difference for me. Is this a 4 point or a 6 point per passing touchdown lead? Because that's the
I don't know,
difference.
Kamish. What is this?
4 means I take Lamar Jackson.
It's also the stat.
So, if you guys
It
got
is
questions,
also the stat.
I don't
with
even know
Mark
how you would
Andrews.
consider going Justin Herbert there when you have Mark Andrews.
Well, I didn't. I just love Herbert. So here's why, Mike. The reason why is because the plan this year for me is usually to take either Andrews in the third round and then Herbert or Fields in the fifth. And the plan came, it was like, oh, you can do this. But that's because usually Lamar Jackson's not here, so I'll just take the value.
All right, I'm gonna circle back to the wide receiver position here. When you have Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams, you have, I don't know, maybe 400 targets already coming your way. Lets me take a higher upside chance on a wide receiver here in the fifth round, a guy that could be top 12 on an offense I love. Taking Calvin Ridley in the middle of the fifth round to pair with Adams and Tyreek. Did you want him?
He was in the. I had kind of narrowed it down to a few players, and he was definitely in there.
Excellent.
The idea of him being my flex, like Calvin Ridley with that upside as your flex player, was very intriguing to me. So Lamar didn't make it to me. That's what I was really hoping for. However, Justin Herbert, my stackable quarterback, because I did draft Keenan Allen. I have Justin Herbert sitting. Oh, let me switch this. Justin Herbert to me right now is quarterback 7 in a 4 point passing touchdown format. Really believe that the bounce back will happen for him this year with Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator. Just doing a quick double check from the rest of the, like Damian Pierce, Miles Sanders, J.K. Dobbins. Those are the top 3 ADP running backs, and then we're in this kind of weird wide receiver zone, or tier or bucket of Hopkins, McLaurin, DJ Moore, Drake London, who I have risen on, but I think I can play a game and still love one of the players coming back. Meanwhile, if I don't get Herbert because I'm not on the team Trevor Lawrence, I won't have what I view as an elite quarterback exiting the draft.
And so you went with Justin Herbert.
I did.
Okay. Justin Herbert to Mike's roster. McLaurin, Judy, Kittle, and Pierce round out the fifth round. Drake London, J.K. Dobbins, DJ Moore starting the sixth round. DeAndre Hopkins off the board right ahead of Mike. And you've got yourself 3 wide receivers so far. You've got Tony Pollard and Justin Herbert, and you're on the clock, Mr. Mike.
Let's make that 2 running backs. Let's make this one
Uh-huh.
quick and easy. It is Mr. Alexander Madison, who remains a lower ADP running back. He remains a very polarizing running back. Feels like either you are in or you are completely out, and I remain in.
All right, I am on the clock. I am the only one of us without a quarterback yet. And so Trevor Lawrence here in the sixth round in a 10-team league where I need to have some elite play to pair with Calvin Ridley. It seems like
That worked out.
the perfect situation.
The-
I'm a little bit. And you
Uh-oh.
think I'm guaranteed to go that direction?
I thought you were going that direction. Before it got to you, I hoped that somehow you wouldn't notice him there and that you would miss him so I could make fun of you for not
Yeah.
completing the stack. But are you maybe going to choose?
Here's the
path?
problem. The problem is that I see a significant tier drop at the running back position if I don't take Miles Sanders. And this is, we're in a 3 wide receiver league. But it's 10 teams. I like the depth of wide receiver. I can get a lot of wide receivers later on that I can take flyers on that I like that will drop. If I don't take Trevor Lawrence, I could take Miles Sanders and add him to Ramondre and Gibbs, and then I could wait and I could take another one of these quarterbacks. If you're dropping down a tier, I think I'm going to go that direction. I'm going to take Miles Sanders.
No, you son of a gun. I needed him. There was a huge tier break at the running back position.
Oh, it was there now.
Son of a gun! I'm sitting here trying to talk you into taking Trevor Lawrence.
You know that's a push comes to shove situation where it's like more fun to take Lawrence, but Sanders was the right pick.
I've only got one running back. I needed Miles Sanders. Now at running back, it's like there are guys that I think have a chance, like Cam Akers. Cameron could be very, very good this year. I also think James Conner in a PPR where he catches the ball a lot, I think he's good. But that's a huge break to me between.
There's a chance I get Lawrence because
I'm drafting him. I take
you're gonna pair him with Lamar Jackson
and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Just immediately offer a trade for Miles Sanders.
I am 8 picks away, but there's the problem will be Team 2 has no quarterback, but the other 3 teams have it.
Well,
so now, who do you want, Jason? I see Gus Edwards is there.
I was ill prepared because you dirty rotten scoundrel. Very mad at you.
Yeah.
So I still only have one running back. Man, can you just go back and undo that pick? I'm so tilted.
Are you
right
not?
now.
Are you not in the place where you were with Cam Akers? He's sitting there. James Conner.
I mean I would be.
You and James Conner about the same age.
Oh, there was one player left that I really liked, and it was Miles Sanders. I think Tyler Lockett is a good value, but he'll come back to me in the next round. I don't need to take him here. He'd probably be the wide receiver I would take ahead of everybody anyway. So then I'm forced to go running back.
And now you're stuck feeling like you're settling.
Yeah, and I'm settling on Cameron. I'm going to take him.
Cam Akers, Waller, Godwin, Watson, Pitts.
Yes! Team 2 got him. Trevor Lawrence, thank you, Team 2.
Trevor Lawrence off the board. It was one. I knew that was the one. I knew he would. I knew there was a chance I'd get him, but that's okay. I got a contingency plan. Michael Pittman off the board. Jason, you're back on the clock.
Oh! Hey, Team 3 got
so close to the best draft ever.
Team 3 got me. Darren Waller was...
Oh, the target?
Was set up.
Yeah. Okay, so we're all disappointed.
This worked out as expected where I get the 7th round Tyler Lockett. I still believe the value of Tyler Lockett in the 7th round is one of the easiest picks in all of fantasy because he's, even if he's not a top 15 wide receiver as he's been every year, he's going to outproduce this low of a value.
Okay. Little bit of a dance to do here again. I'm going to be honest, since you guys have quarterbacks, I want Deshaun Watson as my target. But by sleeper ADP, Dak Prescott is ranked higher, and there's only one team after me here in the draft. This is where 10 team is kind of wild because there's only 2 teams right now without a quarterback. It's Team 10 and myself. So I don't think I have to take Deshaun Watson here. I'm going to play the gamble again. And
not only do you not have to take Deshaun Watson here, you don't have to take him anywhere. You could. I thought what you were doing when you made that pivot because you lost your stack with Calvin Ridley. I know you also like Tua.
Yep,
so I thought
totally
you were playing the game with Tua because your first pick was Tyreek Hill and you'd have that stack.
Totally fine with that. And so here I'm gonna turn back towards he's either tight end with Dallas Goedert, who I've ranked at number 3 right now, or it's going to be one of these wide receivers I love, Ayuk, Mark Hollywood Brown. I told myself I'd go really quick with this pick, but I'm having a hard time. I'm gonna go with Mike Evans.
All right,
taking Mike Evans a little bit outside of the ADP because I want quarterback next round. Mike, you're on the clock.
I dig it. You have Mike Evans. There are certainly some questions about Mike Evans, but having him as a 4th wide receiver, maybe as your flex play, I think that's super interesting. I'm going to go with Marquise Hollywood Brown.
Yep.
Number 1 wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. Carries a ton of risk due to who in the heck is the quarterback? We just don't know.
Kamara, Swift, Ayuk, who I was looking at, Dallas Goedert, and Dak Prescott go to Team 10. Got it off the board there, so it looks like I'm punting tight end. Mike Williams, Dalvin Cook, James Conner, and Mike, you are back on the clock.
Yeah, Dallas Goedert would have been in contention here for me had he dropped. Now we're looking at the tight ends. Evan Engram, who I do like, but I also accept the reality that it'll be some spike games and probably not as consistent as you hope. The Muth. I don't think we've talked about the Muth enough. as a tight end who's just had a great career to start. If Kenny Pickett is actually going to take that level up, I think that's going to help with Mew.
Top 10 tight end show on Monday.
Where I'm really
All right, we're gonna be running the free duck race.
is I think that
I'm gonna
Deontay
call it a
Johnson
stream.
here in the
It's been pretty slow today. Just gonna call it
PPR.
now.
Andy, you brought it up. He's one of those guys that finished much higher. I mean, certainly 0 touchdowns on the year will do that to you. But if I wanted to target the Muth later, I don't want to have Deontay and the Muth. But I don't know if the Muth will make it back to me, so I'm just going to take Deontay.
All right, I am going to keep punting the quarterback down the list. I'm the only team without one, and in a 10 team, I'm gonna take that gamble. I can keep waiting.
Let me know if you guys have questions. About to run the free slab for anybody who's made a purchase
some of these
today.
names at the running back position right now, and for the first time this season,
Oh, is it Javante time?
fresh off.
No!
Fresh,
You are driving me insane! You are driving me! I'm going to kill you! I can't believe. I'm like, I was. I just have to clock it. I'm like, oh, good. Andy's taking his quarterback, so I get Javante. I need him because he took Miles Sanders, and I was left with Cameron. I need another shot. So Javante was all that was left.
Oh, man.
oh, and then you hear me
I'm
say,
gonna flip this table over.
What's up, Pickles? About to run the
quarterback down the line.
duck race for the free
By the
2
way,
slab.
the
Figured I'd
most
ping you to
recent
let you know.
He's 100%.
Gonna run it right now.
of his own stat.
There's only 6 ducks in it, so you got a great chance.
That was the greatest mock draft reaction I've ever heard. Someone clip it, and we need that on socials. First murder threat in a mock this year.
It still makes no sense. How?
All right, this is for the free 2 slab. Good luck, everybody.
Possibly 100% with that knee injury. It makes no sense. All right, Jay.
Oh,
man.
you have to make another settle pick
Oh,
here.
I do have to make another settle pick. They're the wide receivers that are here to me. There's a handful of them that I like. That will come back to me. All the rookies that are still available.
Jay Hardwick, congrats, man. Taking down the 2 slab.
So I'm going to take a shot.
All right, with that, I'm going to be calling it a stream. Appreciate all the support. I'll be back on in like 2 weeks, and we'll continue the duck races then. If you guys have any questions in the meantime, I'll have my phone. Just shoot me a DM. But I'll see you guys then. Peace.
We talked about him, but James